No countdown this time. Here we are.
Well, hello there. Hi, and welcome
making
to
weird
The
face.
Drop. My name's Jason, and you're watching Happy Jacks RPG on Twitch, and I think it's the same on YouTube.
How you doing?
How you doing? Joey's mouth is full. So, anyway,
I think your mic's muted.
well,
Not
I don't
here,
have any
at that
control
side.
over that.
Isn't this your mic?
It doesn't stay down. Hello? Check, check, check. It's bouncing on there.
Okay.
Bounce with it. Bounce with
Seems
it.
like it's a little bouncing off of other people's mics. But
Okay, well,
we'll deal with it. It's
I
fine.
don't know what to do about that.
It's probably okay.
All right. That's me. I'm Jason. You are watching Happy Jacks, the Happy Jacks Network. We are episode 6 of The Drop, a rule system formerly, we've been, you know what, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. The rules are made up and the points don't matter. So, welcome. It is, however, an RPG about living on a ring in the space and the space around a black hole. Tiny black hole, but a black hole nonetheless. And all of the cyberpunk space aesthetic that ensues after that. I'll do a little bit of a recap after we introduce ourselves. Michelle.
Hey, like the man said, I'm Michelle. And I am playing Cece, who is your all-around mechanic and good friend.
Just that one will get you to the airport on time.
Fair enough. I'm Nick, and I am playing Satch Balabanov, who is the pilot of the group. And I guess we didn't. Never mind. I'm the pilot of the group.
Amazing.
I guess it's my turn. Hi, I'm Joey, and I am playing Max Ego, the sweetheart of the ring, a.k.a. the MC and major celebrity aboard Draupnir Station. And all-around nice guy. Don't look at me like that.
Hi, I'm a bundle of runners. I'm Clara, and I'm playing Irsa Avon, the bodyguard and sweetie who takes care of this person here. And I was, I don't know.
She pointed at Joey, a.k.a. Max Ego.
Max Ego. It's been a long weekend. I'm very tired. And that's what I got.
All right.
Also, my mic hasn't been on this whole time. Hello, my mic is just turned on.
Well, Joey's might caught you, I'm sure. So, Michelle, a couple updates to that. So, you've got athletics and drive at 1, guns at 1, melee, pilot, and stealth.
Correct.
All at 1. Your mental column, I think, is okay. It's astrogate 1, engineer 1, mechanic 2, medic 1, survival and backsuit at 1. And then on the social one, we had to spread it out a little bit, so I give you negotiate, leadership, and lie at 1, and then persuade and streetwise at 1.
Okay. Oh, I don't have lie on here. Okay.
So for folks listening along, we the functional part of our rules change that you need to know is we are much more closer to what a PBTA game would look like now. We're back to rolling 2d6 for the most part, with some changes that I wanted to pilot for another project that I'm working on. So it's not entire bullshit. It's just like pre-beta bullshit. We have 3 stats: physical, mental, social. One is strong, one is flat, one is weak. The strength will roll with advantage, 2d6. You roll 3 dice and take the better 2. The flat, you just roll 2 dice, and with the weak, you roll 3d6 and take the worst 2. Those are your 3 stats. Under those, there's a bunch of skills, which add on as bonuses. If you can find a way to add a couple skills in, I'm open to it. We're always open to wheeling and dealing at this table. But basically, it's the rule system we have at home. So,
Jason will live to regret that statement, by the way.
sure. Remember, you're not the only one who can inflict regret at this table. But that is pretty much all we need to know about that. I think we have all of our points sorted out. If anyone's confused, I can reference here on the spreadsheet. But what happened last time, actually over several last times, we went out to do a legitimate salvage. They went out. They got a tip on some rare salvage in the whole system. There's no star, so we can't call it a star system. So I assume whole system is the appropriate.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black hole system? Is that better?
It's better.
Ring system.
I like rings.
The ring system.
Ring
better.
Ring system works.
Okay.
Because then my brain goes whole ass system, and I don't like that either.
No,
And the whole ass system.
Sure.
just a gaping void.
Yeah. With a black eye in the middle.
Yeah.
So, there was a legitimate salvage, seemingly, and when we got out there, it turned out to be the historically, phenomenally important ship Go for Broke, and that's Go for Broke, not,
No gophers.
yeah, no gophers were involved. It was
Just painted on the side. Hashtag no gophers.
an early colony ship, was lost at sea on one of the first wild jumps with people on the ship, and it went wild. It was lost for 400 years, and now has just drifted in to Draupnir system. So that's where we went out to discover. With a little bit of exploration, it turned out there were some homicidal nanny bots aboard that wanted to put everyone to bed, which really means kill you because,
I mean, we should have expected it, really, you know.
yeah, I mean, that's,
In
that's
retrospect,
really on you all.
They were supposed to be cute and small, not giant balls of death.
Yeah, horrible spike spiders.
Yes, because the media has never lied to us before.
No, that's not a thing.
Not for important historical records. I mean, modern media, yes, is propaganda, is blah, 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 but the historical records, they are sacrosanct.
Well, as it turns out, the ship was able to be defeated. They handily defeated with nary a scratch the horrible drones and the just space mad AI intelligence that was left aboard the ship and had, in fact, forcibly uploaded a bunch of human minds to quantum brains and created a whole lot of complications for the crew to figure out. But the plan, as we left it, was to tow in the ship and get the credit, essentially becoming famous. I mean, not essentially, literally becoming famous. This is a big, big deal. However, it's going to be at least a year before anybody finds out about it. So when you get back, Draupnir Station will send an official, message to the nearest station, which is, or the nearest sphere system, which is a light year away. So it takes a little while to get news in. And there's no way to get it there faster. That's why people don't come out here to visit very often. Is it takes a year for a message to get there. It takes 10 years to travel back by a ship. So people don't generally come out here for funsies. But pretty soon, that is going to be a big, big deal. And we'll deal with the fallout of that. We are going to smuggle the former humans now living in, I guess they're still human, they're just not squishy biological humans. They're inhabiting quantatronic brains and just need some robotic bodies to be able to move around. We're going to smuggle them off the ship using both the Fates, who are the triple authority, the women in charge of the Tivoli sector of Tivoli Gardens, and the Forge also chipping in to hide, provide mechanical bodies where they can, and basically just funnel people off the ship and give them a chance to, merge with life on the ring before, without having to be famous as a survivor of this ship, right? So some may, once word comes out, they might choose to do that, but that's That'll be their option. And certainly once Rise Corp finds out about the ship and its value, they will want to get involved somehow. The Marquis of the docks is going to do Satch a solid and quarantine the ship, which should also provide some cover for getting all of these brains off of the ship. And Max has volunteered to pull aggro for news and other media coverage. Very selfless and
I'm just taking one
generous.
for the team.
Yeah.
There is no I in team, but there is a me.
There is an I in team. It's hidden in the a-hole.
Ah, well. Also, yes.
Got him. Okay, so I figured we would do this a little bit as the time passes. I don't want to just steamroll over everything because these details are interesting and important. But are there any details that people want to make sure right off the top of their head, aside from what I just listed, we are in the process of, let's skip forward a few days at least, right? We're in the process of getting some of these people off of the ship, smuggled out, getting them robotic bodies, carefully doing this process. Rise Corp is now fully sniffing around as they've confirmed that this is in fact the go for broke, and that of course they've been messaging all four of you because also the other thing that the Marquis did for you is officially label this your salvage, right? So when you brought it into the docks, he has to charge someone for docking, and since you docked here, it must be yours, right? By the law of the space. So, I mean, it is kind of the best defense he could set up for you. So, if we disregard the law of docking, then
it's chaos.
It's just chaos.
Yeah. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and we're possessed.
No, those nanny bots were possessed.
I keep going. I'm fine.
Okay.
I can't.
So, what has Michelle been up to? I mean, Cece. Michelle, what has Cece been up to for the last several days?
She definitely wants to just kind of reconnect with her family a little because the whole nanny bot thing really, did a number. And I think Cece also just wants to talk with Madeline and a couple of her other contacts just to make sure everything's good, taken care of.
Yep.
We're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lynn is, a little wide-eyed, and she's she's not sure how to calculate her 15%, right? The worth of this thing is almost incalculable.
Right.
We can put a price on the hull of, if you were going to buy this size of ship, that's one thing. But, of course, that's not its actual value, right? And I think you all had said ultimately we're going to try to get this to a museum somewhere. That's kind of the long-term goal of once we can salvage and study
the Go for Broke Historical Society.
Sure.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. That is certainly something that could be established as well.
I think we should just have it refurbished and then hire actors to be people on it, have it be a full immersive experience.
That is incredibly extra, but I'm also completely on board with that too. That sounds amazing.
I understand you're referring to the experience of living on the ship at the time, but I do not want any. My brain automatically flipped to I don't want anyone being attacked by nanny bots, even if they're fake.
Well, no, we would obviously tailor that a bit.
Yeah, holographic.
Edit.
But we're still adding that into the story. There's still the trauma of it.
No, I totally like it. It's like the living history places you go to where there's someone doing the blacksmithing and there's someone milking cows
There's
and
a
churning butter.
Space mad AI hunting you down in the hallway.
Hey, like
Yes.
there would be 400 years from now.
Sure.
It's their Halloween. It's their Halloween.
Yeah, you
That's
do
your
a haunted
Halloween.
house.
There you go.
Bury that. No, I was referencing in down near Knott's Berry Farm, they had a Titanic experience where they had actors who were playing actual people and tell their stories and that kind of thing. That
Cool.
instructional history situation.
Sure.
Also making money off of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, that is another option is if you wanted to secure a berth in Tivoli Gardens, you could potentially park this somewhere. There is room for new buildings and things all around the ring, depending on where you wanted to put it. But you could park this somewhere on the ring and turn it into
An attraction.
an attraction. But that comes with it a whole other,
Yeah, I don't know if I'm down for running an attraction. I just kind of want to cash out.
No. You own the attraction. You wouldn't run the attraction.
It belongs in a museum. I know that it's a little different because it's not like we need to deep study these people. We have tons and tons of records of the people of the time and stuff. But I want people to be in charge of something. Some people we trust to be in charge of the thing that also, as a sidebar, they also figured out how to stick humans into AI bodies. Just throwing that out there. There's two parts to that.
And Max, honestly, if we take this on as a project, we have to refurbish it. Do you have that kind of money?
We would just own it. We would get someone else to refurbish it.
For pay. They're not going to do it for free.
Are we talking about Radical Space Con?
We'll just charge it.
charge it.
Do you know how
Oh
money
my
works?
gosh.
What?
Workers just come and they fix things.
Oh,
It'd
that's
be a
just being-
write-off. I would just write it off.
That's not how write-offs work.
I take out my little tablet thing and I start adding up all sorts of numbers. And I I show Max. I go, Max, I said, this is how much I would charge just to work on the engine.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it really belongs in a museum.
It belongs as a museum.
Also, yes.
Certainly, yeah.
And that doesn't mean that it can't be established as donated by, the fabulous Max Ego and his Max Ego heads, or whatever
Yeah.
they're called.
The ids. It was Max Ego and the ids.
Yeah.
Yep,
that's
I'm
what
really
it
proud
is.
of that.
I'm not an ape.
So the other thing I wanted to establish is the fact that 80 humans were uploaded to Quantatronic Brains, minus the other 320 people who were aboard the ship. However, these 80 are not that the captain didn't make it, but the rest of the senior officers are among that group because, as was suggested last time, the nanny bot worked its way up in the experimentation process. It started with the lowest ranking members of the crew, and that is as horrible as it sounds, and eventually figured out how to upload the human mind to a quantatronic brain.
So, is the captain possibly in the group of people who were saved?
I was
What?
just thinking that.
No, that's what I was saying is the captain is not in that 80.
Oh, he's not. He just happens to not be.
Right.
Maybe because he was the top of the competent list, whereas he was the royalty of the lower class. And this was
Sure,
focused on
I'll take
hierarchy.
that. I'm not going to try to logic my way into the crazy nanny brain, but that'll work for me.
Yeah, I think the records show. Oh, that's the darkest timeline.
Do it.
The records show that the nanny bot had secured as many mines as it could safely and had diverted all resources to maintaining the captain's cryopod to have one surviving fully human member.
Oops.
Now, when you got there, that cryopod was off,
Right.
and not the right color.
It had turned.
So we don't know that you actually murdered the captain.
Also, it was the nanny bot's fault. If it had followed orders, I wouldn't have shot the captain.
Sure, yeah.
Did you shoot the captain?
I
Yeah, but he didn't shoot the deputy.
Oh, I was just thinking that. You beat me to
I
it.
set that up.
Yeah, you did.
I
That was
set
all you.
that up.
That was your fault. We're blaming you.
Yeah.
All right. So, Cece, you're working on which part again?
Wait, what?
Well, sorry. So, as far as like unloading these bodies or these mines, right? And we're trying to get them into bodies, and the actual like microcosm version of this versus the macro of turning it into a museum and everything. You're what, like preparing bodies, or
Yeah, I'm preparing bodies and just making sure it's all ready to just receive
sure.
a brain.
Yeah, I think there are some pretty like straightforward published, vanilla AI bodies. If only because when AIs travel, they might need repairs or replacements or whatever. So I think there are some bodies, and then there are plenty of AIs in our Earth, former Earth society who have gone real postmodern with their body designs.
And we can let them choose their face and everything after.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put a temporary face on there, but
Sure. And I imagine a lot of AIs want to travel incognito, and they might just slip into something a little more generic and, move around that way. So that is certainly something that can be an accommodation that can be made. Okay, so yes, the preparations for that are underway. You are prepping bodies and making it look like, mainly just like moving tools and supplies back and forth and smuggling that in and having workers come out.
Right.
And there are a few AI living on the station already. There's like 50,000 people living here. There's going to be some, AI who are like, yeah, I want to live on the frontier. Let's go see what that's about. I have forever.
yeah.
So.
I have
Yeah.
yeah, I have that much time.
Yeah. And one of the problems that is, just to have our timeline straight, is Go for Broke disappeared 400 years ago. The AI, quote unquote, uprising, their establishment was about 300 years ago. And they said they had been around for a while, but now they would like to establish this sort of digital nation, and they're going to participate in the sort of United Nations version of the space presence, right? And so they're, members of society, and they move around how they will. But they are, a function of AIs in our world is that they are locked to a body. They can't just sort of beam themselves places. They have to physically travel. Yeah.
Now, I have a space for a contact. Can it be an AI?
Sure.
Like
somebody who is already on the...
someone who's already on Draupnir, and that way we can kind of ease the transition for our newbies.
Yeah. Can it be... now, are you imagining that an AI who is particularly technical, or just randomly someone... Like, did you have this is a criminal? Like, what was your mental picture?
My mental picture is someone who is pretty active in the AI community, who's going to take care of these people until they're acclimated.
Sure, right, and would maybe keep the secret that they're humans.
Right, and maybe express to them just how important it is that secret is kept.
Yeah,
Because,
okay.
if they choose to say it, whatever, that's up to them, but
Right.
just kind of impressing upon them that might not be the best idea.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of that upload is going to come out real soon,
Yeah.
right? But the individuals will have the opportunity whether they reveal themselves or not. It's not obvious that, like, this AI used to be a human, right? There's nothing to give that away.
Right.
So that's fine. What if this AI was a member of the Church of the Eye,
Ooh.
and is
That would be
kind
fun,
of
yeah.
a shepherd of that flock, and is like, well, yeah, I can help move people around and get them where they need to be, and all that
Charitable
kind of
work
stuff.
of the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is the Church of the Eye? Or how old is the drop? And then
Well, the drop is like, what do we say, 150 years old?
okay, that's
something
about,
like that.
Yeah, okay. I was just trying to figure out like how long. I thought you had said meant it like he was a member of the church 400 years ago, and I was like, that makes less sense.
No. This is somebody who moved here
Yeah.
and found the Church of the Eye and was like, oh, this works for me.
Yeah.
I'm into this vibe. So
Awesome.
and then it's like a low level, not a priest. I don't know what the hierarchy of the
acolyte?
Like a deacon?
Yeah, like somebody with a little bit of, they're not. It's on their first day at the church, but they're also not the like Pope of the Eye.
Hope of the eye.
I love that.
Oh, bye.
Yeah,
Oh, bye.
yeah. They eat a lot of
I
spinach.
am what I am.
So, the disembarkment is underway. All right, Satch, what is your day to day right now? What does that look like?
I'm not sure. I think at best he is sort of like working on the rotation of getting things in and out, and the people in and out, and doing some shuttle work. But I feel like most of his contribution to this was calling in a favor from the Marquis.
Yeah.
And so beyond that, there isn't a lot else for him to specifically be working on.
Okay. Now, what about the Marquis wanting to spend time with you? Because you're about to be famous, and it's suddenly the Marquis is like, hey, remember that school field trip you went on when you were a kid, and that time where we helped you out of that jam with Rice Corp, and hey, we're friends, right? We're friends. You should come over to my place for dinner. Like, we should. Have you heard about this place in Tivoli Gardens? Let me look. You haven't lived.
Yeah. It's very good to see you too.
Did we have a characterization for the Marquis?
I don't think that we had. It was. It's Marquis Grun, and we were sort of discussing it being played by Aldous Hodge. But beyond that, we didn't exactly have a
Aldous
characterization.
Hodge. Oh yeah, Aldous. Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Far away.
Okay.
Everyone at home, play the home game. You can look
It's
up
like
Aldous
climb
Hodge.
over Joey trying to look at the screen.
I mean, if I could see what I saw, I'd climb over you to see him
Yeah,
too.
and you
so.
have two, but you have two screens in front of you. That's
I know,
the funny
but I
part.
want to look on yours. It's very easy to get distracted.
Yeah,
by
I've
looking
just
at things.
yeah, that's okay.
What's his name?
So anyway,
Aldous Hodge.
Aldous, Aldis Hodge. Sorry, that was distracting.
Oh! Just gonna
Yep.
mute myself.
I'll be in his book.
There's definitely like the drop drinking game where every time all of us get sidetracked by how hot a character is.
Yes.
We should drink.
Everyone drink.
Okay, so yes, Marquis Grun. Marquis Grun. That is the worst possible alliteration. All right, so
I have a gift.
normally you're really good at that. I feel like that's intentional now.
Yes, it was the evil. It was evil.
Yeah,
Evil Nick.
Okay, good. It's good to own that. So, Grun has been inviting you to dinner. Now, let's see. Satch, we have here is like 24, right? Like mid-20s?
Yeah, I think 26 was where he was.
Okay,
He was just a little older than everyone
I'll
else.
change that
but,
to 26.
but absolutely yes.
And I'm picturing this like a slightly older Aldous Hodge, so like maybe like 40 something, pushing 50. Got the little salt and pepper at the temples, and that sort of thing. But bit of a bachelor, and he's like inviting you out to do stuff, and also like low key hitting on you. Like, not he's trying to not be creepy.
Right.
Right. He's like,
He's aware that there's a power imbalance.
this door is open, And if somebody were to walk through it, like, but yeah, like but you also are about to be in a position of your own kind of power, as in filthy, stinking rich, and he wants, like, your favor is worth something to him, but for him to be seen as your friend is going to be big for him, because he is, of all the quarters on the ring, like, I think he is the most precarious position, right? Like, the Forge provides real, palpable resources and supplies and repairs and all this.
Right.
Tivoli Gardens has their whole brand of entertainment, which is, just undeniably, has its own value. The docks, a lot of people see it as leeching, right? As like, you're doing this thing that everybody needs and you're charging too much for it and blah, blah, blah.
And anyone could do this. It's not,
right.
You're not special, anything like that. Yeah, I'm with that.
And so anything he can do to rehab or have that image in the first place, he doesn't have to rehab it, because that means, like, it was good at one point. So he just has to...
You have to have a hab before you can rehab.
Yes, exactly. So there's a bit of that vibe happening. So my question is, are you blowing him off completely? Have you gone to a couple of functions? Are you two palling around? A fourth option that I haven't listed.
I think here's what I think has happened. I think that the first couple of invitations, Satch was thinking, like, it's not. He doesn't mean it. It is passing fancy. I do not want to get involved in this. But, like, after the third one, he went to it and then kind of really has been digging it. Like, he is all about this, because he came from being gutter trash, street rat who only wanted to fly, and now through this discovery and through this association with the Marquis, he's getting a taste of the, like, suddenly swooped into the high life, as it were.
Yeah.
And so I think he's a little taken by that and a little starstruck, and I don't think that he is. I think he's open to the Marquis's advances.
Okay. All right, that is good to know. Holy moly, Max, you have a lot of stress points.
Yeah.
Is this right?
I don't know. I didn't touch it.
Oh no, and it's not. Okay.
No.
Not after these rules changes I just made.
I am unstressable. If only.
Oh, that was a lot.
Okay.
I made myself sad.
Unstressable. Wouldn't that be nice?
Can you imagine?
So unstressable. That's what they say.
Okay, that one's correct. I'm just going through, making sure everyone has the right HPs and stresses. Okay, now it's right. Everyone on the spreadsheet, it's right. Michelle, CC should have 21 HP and 25 stress.
21 HP?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And Nick, Satch should have 31 HP and 19 stress.
I had a question about that.
Sure.
So while we were doing this, is the section that's strong has to be the 6?
No.
Okay. So 30 HP, because I moved one of the strong points over into the medium point.
Okay, what did you move?
I took away driving.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave myself survival.
Okay.
I like the conceit of the guy who can pilot can't drive cars.
Yeah.
Because what is this two-dimensional bullshit?
Yeah.
Like, where's up and down?
I love that. Okay, cool. Joey, Max has 23 HP and 30 stress.
Yeah.
Before it said 37, and I was like, what? I'm not sure that's actually possible. And Clara, Ursa has 30 HP and 23 stress.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay, great. Cool.
Also, I would love it if later, when you format this, if you could make a distinction between the words physical and, like, the weak
And the
flat
strong.
and strong, just because my brain keeps looking at the wrong things.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But I don't want to fuck with it, because it's your spreadsheet.
Yeah, it was like speed formatting.
No, I got you.
To get my like weird paper notes into something you all would be able to use.
No, you're excellent. I was like, can I fix it? Should I fix it?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Our current tech gives us 0.1 of C
Yeah,
Okay.
10% of C on average.
on average. Okay.
Yeah, there are some drones that could travel at the speed of light.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So if something's a light year away, it takes 10 years to get there because you can go 1/10 the speed of light. But that includes accelerating past that and then flipping to slow down. It's just our best acceleration technologies include like needing to slow down that amount of time. So it's the average is about 10%
Okay.
because it's easier to math it.
Yes.
So
And this game is nothing if not rigorously mathematically accurate.
yeah, and that you can't have a meaningful campaign without rigorous math notes.
Yes.
I maintain math is for mortals.
Yes. Okay, so Satch, I would like for you to.
Two Caesar, you too will math.
Satch, I'm going to have you roll I guess it's not really perform because you are sincerely enjoying your time with the Marquis. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to have you roll negotiate
Okay.
to see where kind of it's the social race car, right?
Yeah.
Of like, but you know, getting into position and trying to come out of the corner as fast as you can. So I'm gonna have you roll. Social is your weak stat, so you're gonna roll with disadvantage, but you do have a +1.
Yep. Hey
So-
everyone. I'm in danger.
Are those D6s?
Those are D6s.
Okay.
Those are double D6s.
Nice.
Oh.
Weird.
That's cool. They're D12s, but it's just 1 through 6 2 times. Those are cute. I bet they
Yeah.
roll better.
It's a company called Double Six. I didn't get paid. I just thought they have an awesome product. They also make triple D4s, which are my favorite because D4s suck.
More
Yeah.
stabbing yourself.
Yeah. You get
Yes.
triple D4s. Boom.
On a
It's-
D12 body.
Yep.
Okay. I mean,
it
I
just
do
this
love
D-
a D12
I was
body.
saying,
Yeah.
Is it because the D12 is just the best, like, die to roll?
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's underused.
Yeah. Then, now, will they do a D8.5?
I'll ask. I'll go on their website. I'll find out for you. A D8.5.
Yeah. 1 through 8, and then up to 4 again.
Right.
The show is so bad. Okay. So,
So I actually did very well. My
Yeah.
low roll is 9 plus 1 is 10.
see? So, having a weak stat is not on a sample size of 1. We could
It's
see
perfectly fine. You see?
just
works
like
great.
when we started the campaign and everyone was doing great. Okay. So,
Satch is holding his own in this.
well, not only that, but you have positioned yourself in a way that most of the docs, I mean, they already kind of, they were going to know who you are anyway. You're, like, the 4 of you are hugely famous within just a few days on the ring, right? Hugely famous. Some messages have already been beamed to the System 6, which is the nearest one, and that's happening, right? Oh god, this camera is fucking me up. Kimmy told me that she had to unflip it, and it's like really trying not to look at. I'm like,
I can.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm a
take
grown
more
up.
out of this.
I'm a grown up, and I can handle it. However, with the 10 plus,
Half of that's right.
your social standing is just taking off like a rocket.
Okay.
Like to the point where the Marquis is trying to keep up with you, right? And at this point, whether he likes it or not, he is just like in your shadow, right? Trying to keep up with you. But it also means you're certainly in a position where if you wanted to accept his advances, like the two of you have got something going on at this
Okay.
point, if you want that to be the case.
Yeah, I think so. I like that.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's a thing that's happening. cool little background note. Max,
Yeah.
how did it go with the show that didn't open?
Oh, you
3
mean the
nights
show
ago?
that I decided to postpone the opening so I could give a full presentation and one-man dissertation on the events of the Go for Broke? Yeah. That I decided to extend that engagement until I was fully healed and then could release the show as is. It's going great.
Okay. So now that you're healed up
Yeah.
and you are legitimately famous, and
Well, more famous.
yeah, more famous. That is true. This is just like fame upon fame. You're gonna live forever.
I'm going to learn how to fly.
Not on my ship, you are not.
Epic. Just perfect. I don't know if anybody's been writing down XPs, but I feel like that should be an XP. But Max, you, I'm assuming. Wait, which of the did we note which of the fates you were primarily hitched to?
Yeah, it's the one that is all about... Nope, it wasn't on that page.
I wrote this down. It's just I don't.
Oh,
I
it was
can't
my old
organize-
notebook.
It's in also my other notebook, I
I
think.
can't organize my notes because it's on Google Drive.
I mean, I think it was the entertainment.
It says Emma Thompson's entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we gave her a name, but characters, yeah, she's the head of entertainment. I characterized her as Emma Thompson from the Cruella de Vil movie,
Okay.
which is just beautiful.
I just remember Angela
Bassett.
was one of them.
Angela Bassett is hospitality and Tilda Swinton's is services. We needed
Okay.
to give them names,
Okay.
and I don't think we
Yeah.
did.
Okay, well, we know who's playing them.
I could name them.
No,
I mean,
you're on restriction.
We could just pull what we do in the shadows and name them Tilda, Emma, and Angela.
Okay, so the area, the like place that you normally do your show,
Purgatory.
yeah, was all geared up for this particular performance that you've been practicing and gone through tech and whatever. But it's not unreasonable to say, actually, I think we should retool this. We should do this, the show of this hugely important discovery sandwiched between the like stage magician and the can gals. You still only get your couple of hours.
That's fine.
But I think you're gonna have to make your case
Okay.
to your fate.
All right.
And fortunately, you're rolling your strong stat,
Yeah.
and you're rolling plus persuade.
Oh, so that's
So you're rolling strong +1.
too big to fail.
Yeah, there's basically no way to fail the roll.
Famous last
I was trying to
words.
say that before Jason says it, so hopefully when he says it, it counteracts it.
Wow, that's an evil laugh right there.
That is why you do not fly on my ship.
Oh my god! Oh my god! And they're your dice. Oh wow! Here, I'm just gonna. These are for you.
How?
Listeners,
How did that happen?
listeners,
What did
that
you
is
roll?
2 2s and a 1.
Oh God.
Well, at least you get the 2s. You got doubles.
Great. Does that mean it's a reroll?
Now,
I
if
think
this
you
was
got a
Haunted
threat.
West, doubles would mean something,
If
but
this
it's
was
not.
demigods, it would mean something.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I don't know, Jason. How am I doing?
We killed Jason.
Okay, so your total's a 5.
We broke
Oh dear.
Jason.
Okay, that's
no,
great.
my total is a 6.
You only have 1 in persuade.
Oh, that's right. I got that confused with perform. Sorry.
You're not performing yet, but either way, it's a whiff.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, what this is doing is in your. Well, actually, we should have. let's call this negotiate instead. It's the same. You have one in both of them.
That's fine.
Really, what you were doing was you were negotiating.
Yeah.
And you got the bottom end of this deal. She was really laid into having to retool the whole show and the expense that went into it, and how do we know this is even going to pay off? And she got under your skin. I think
yeah.
Legitimately, the only explanation is if Max actually lost his composure. You didn't have to act out or something, but what does that mean for Max? What happened in that moment where you're going over this? You're like, I know what to do. Trust me, this is going to be a great show. We just have to move all this stuff around. Mm-hmm. And I think it's CC, do you have any idea how much this is going to cost?
Right. Well, no, I think it's slightly different. I think what happened was the reason Max got angry and got frustrated was, aside from the fact he's trying to save face, he legitimately believes that this is the right thing to do.
Oh, you got righteous.
I got righteous about it, and because I have what's the word I'm looking for?
Maximum ego?
Yes. But a persona that is a bit on the frivolous and ridiculous side, that I got kind of played that way.
Right.
It's this is just another one of your fancies.
Sure.
No, this is actually important. And then I just kind of got brushed off.
Sure. Trying to have, Adam Sandler turn around and do a serious,
Let me get real with you for a moment.
Yeah, right. It's hard to take him seriously. Even in, he's had a couple of strong performances, I think.
Yeah.
But, unlike Jim Carrey, who actually, transitioned into serious acting, at least I think.
I think this is more Jim Carrey at the Majestic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, she is able to just completely dismantle your argument. You come out completely on the bottom end of the deal. You're going to be paid, but you are now doing her a favor, right? Or no, she's doing you a favor, right? In that she's letting you use the stage, and she's going to put up all this money up front, and, hopefully it pays off. But if it doesn't, you're going to, blah, blah, blah. There's just
gestures
a whole thing.
at giant ship.
Right. Yeah.
But sure, if it pays off.
Yeah. Well,
I can't sell tickets to a ship.
Yeah. And we, the audience, see, under that film of she doesn't care. She just worked you on a deal. Mm-hmm. That is all she cared about, is coming out on top of that deal, and saw the crack in your armor of oh, this is actually important to him, and just took you to town.
Yeah.
So you're going to be making a lot less money on this.
Oh.
And we'll figure out how money works later.
Good.
Money's actually coming in expansion sets.
Yeah.
We still have time for radical space communism, just saying.
Yeah. That's the dream. Irsa, what have you been up to over the last few days?
I've been struggling to think of something. Besides apparently listening through, not even through the door, just outside as Max blows up at this woman.
I think you and her secretary are let's do anything else.
Yeah, they were exchanging pleasantries and then just shut up. And
phone,
and then Max walks out just oh, how'd it go?
I couldn't hear anything. I don't know what happened.
No idea what happened. How you doing, bud?
I don't think he says anything, just shoots you a look. And then keeps walking.
Although, now that Satch doesn't have drive, do I need drive? I'm thinking about that, too.
No, I am a great driver. It is easy. It is very much simple than ship. You only have two direction.
I just don't know what you would pull to get it.
I took, what did I take instead?
Well, I see
I threw something into one of my mental abilities, and I.
Well, you had to, right? But the 5 points that you have in physical now.
Well, I could move what I took. I think I added perception. Oh, no, I added tactics and mental.
Well, yeah, but we can't move that to the physical column, right? Because you got to have 5 and 4 and 3. So
yeah. Well, never mind then.
Because you've got. Well, I guess the one thing I could see you changing is moving stealth, because you've never expressed much sneakiness.
I haven't needed to. I actually have. I used it when we were moving through the ship at the beginning, and then everyone else rolled like shit.
Okay, fair. So
But
yeah,
it's not
let's not take
necessary.
drive yet. We are going to
Yeah.
have more mobility and skills than than Traveller does. So we'll be able to be adding skill points here and there, particularly with experience.
Or
So
I could just try to drive without the skill.
why
which I
not?
think is
It's your strong stat. What could
Yeah,
go
what
wrong?
could go
Yeah,
wrong?
what could go wrong?
Oh, we're gonna do a -1 for untrained. Everyone,
Okay.
just so you know.
Thank
Oh,
God.
okay.
Yeah, not the -3. That was just utter brutality.
Well, and it's like sometimes you've watched enough movies, you know, point the gun away from you. But like beyond that,
Pointy end this way.
yeah, pointy in this way. But as for what Yrsa's doing, probably recovering physically.
Yeah.
Can I go to therapy? Is that a thing that
Yes.
I can do?
Yeah. For
Okay,
sure.
because I
Now,
know
the best therapy is at the platinum level subscription with Rise Medical Care.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Okay. Do you have a Rise medical plan at all?
No, probably
What is
not.
your Rise medical plan number, please?
I'm gonna cry. No, I
What
think
is your Rise medical number, please?
it's just when you hit 0 over and over again trying to find a human.
What is your Rise medical number, please?
So I bought a new phone
Okay.
because I broke the first one.
So I
The first
think,
one when it got yeeted into the draw.
I think while there are kind of street docks at Tivoli, and the mechanics have a way of taking care of their own. I think most of the dock folk plan on they have Rise subscriptions, right? It's comes with your Teamster membership, and because the Marquis doesn't want to provide healthcare, right?
Sure.
We'll just outsource that to Rise. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I
So-
actually think because again, Ursa got really fucked over.
Yeah.
On our last little adventure, I think in the time it's taken for us to all get back and we're waiting for all of the AI to get off. I think first of all she spent a week just with an auto dock and also just
Sure.
unconcussing. And then probably more time with the Church of the Eye, just because I don't know that Rise has an extensive mental health program, even if it does have the
I
premium.
think the most reliable options are the Rise Medical Care, and several of the brothels have the the brothels are not just about sex.
Yeah.
Right. There's also you just go talk to someone and have I don't know that they're licensed therapists either, but.
But they'll listen.
I
Yeah.
actually have a spare contact, and I think I don't know where it's from, and I don't remember at this point.
Yeah, we were assigning them as we go. That
Yeah.
was by design.
I think I wouldn't mind having a buddy who's a brothel, not
Sure.
I guess a madam. I'm not quite sure, but
A madam would be pretty high up.
yeah, just
But
maybe just a friend who I've known for a while who's just working with that and just taking some Ursa time away from Max
Sure.
and the others who almost got her killed.
okay.
Just
So
to
maybe you go to live with her for a little bit after
Yeah.
you get the worst of the auto dock work done, and then you go to convalesce at her place.
a little bit of that, and a little bit of spending time with the Church of the Eye. Just also kind of working with Cece's contact
Okay.
and doing some much needed standing on solid groundwork.
Yeah, because you've mostly been just living in a little 10 by 10 apartment by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this friend of yours is you can come stay on her couch and you two watch movies, play video games, whatever it is
Yeah.
friends do. I have no idea.
Whatever it is friends do.
Allegedly.
Have sleepovers, that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
And you have some downtime there. I kind of want to make sure that's going okay.
I may also we never really established if Yrsa has a place where she works out, like her gym.
Yeah, well,
we
I mean,
talked
there's
about
probably
it
a lot of
briefly.
facilities at Tivoli.
But there may be a space that she is dedicated, like is hers, or not is hers, but like she might rent like time or.
Oh, maybe
space.
you have like a little, like the size of a one-car garage rental with your own equipment in it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, or if there is a place where a lot of boxers will work out.
Oh, sure. There's definitely. I mean, boxers are more performer than anything else at Tivoli. I'm not saying that in general, but it's an incredible sport. But here, it's primarily about performance and presentation.
Because I think in general, after everything, she's just trying her best to like get a sense of normal before everything explodes again.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I'm picturing, I bet most of the like televised fights are much more along luchador lines. Like not legit luchador because that's stripping something from someone's culture, but like it is a lot more about like the characters, you know, or I guess like kind of professional wrestling
Personalities.
but it's really been built up, and it becomes something like the characters who walk around at Disneyland. You know, like they're like at sometimes you're supposed to be on and like walk around the casino. You know, like that's part of your job as a like fight performer.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yrsa's really bad at it too.
Do they have like, because the luchadors, a lot of them wear the mask, or they started wearing the masks. A lot of the reason was so that in public they wouldn't be recognized. Do they have some sort of makeup or something that
I
they
think
wear?
Everybody has some kind of like either a holographic mask or a real mask or some sort of makeup arrangement that would make you unrecognizable on the street.
I would actually almost lean into some of them don't, or they wouldn't because it's supposed to be still. They still think it's just standard like knuckle boxing, but it is like with all social like parasocial relationships where like if enough people are watching you, like people assume, and because the attraction is these people. There is this level of like caricature of these people already.
Sure.
So that would be my aim at it. But yeah, there is a little bit of like you still have to put on makeup to go get hit in the face.
Yeah. And the special makeup that isn't going to come off on someone's fist.
Yeah.
But I think that also reinforces that. I remember you talking about Yrsa finding actual underground fight rings and like fighting for real. Yeah. Which I bet is like more popular among the fighters themselves. They're like, oh my god, can
honestly,
we actually?
Yeah, it's like I don't have to wear sparkle panties at this fight.
Yeah.
Not that I don't mind sparkle panties.
I mean, there's like, a time and a place.
There's a time and a place for them.
Yep.
Spandex panties.
Sure. Yeah.
It's nice to be able to kick the crap out of somebody without having to worry about hitting your mark.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So then, in your time with, can you name your friend, please?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
God.
I don't know what else to say now.
No, hold on, let me.
The player said no, and I don't know what to do.
Well, she's figuring it out. I did name my AI friend.
Oh, can you pass me one of those pens, please? Thank you. Okay. So, actually, I have a whole ass computer right here.
Or my AI contact, I should say.
Okay.
If I was smarter, I would have a list of names, and I do this when I GM games, but nah.
Okay, what's the name?
His name is Kelvin Milo.
Kelvin Milo. AI. Church of the Eye. Friend. Okay.
I got one.
Yep.
Signy. S-I-G-N-Y.
Signy. And that's a brothel friend seems not to communicate the.
I actually like brothel friend.
Okay.
Brothel buddy.
I think, I think a lot of like, I think very much like an Inara.
Sure.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah, and I do want to like strip out all shame around sex work in my games.
Oh,
so
no,
that's,
for sure.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're on the same page about that.
We're gonna dance around it, but like, yeah, no, they know each other.
Cool. Excellent. Yeah, I mean,
why not?
Yeah, okay. So Signy has put you up on her couch, You two are hanging out, having a good time. I want to do a streetwise check.
Excellent.
Just to make sure, like, things are going smoothly, you're not overstaying your welcome, you're also just, like, keyed into, like, what she needs, or, like, maybe you should step out, or she's left a tie on the doorknob, you know, like, whatever.
That time you walk in on your friend working as an accountant.
Oh, no, she doesn't bring work home, but she might bring fun home, right?
Yeah.
This is your, social is your flat stat,
Yeah,
so
I
just
know.
2d6 plus
so
1.
scared now.
What could go wrong?
It's fine.
A lot. Is a 6 a success?
No.
Oh, plus
no.
1?
Oh, 6 plus? No, it's
No, it's
that
a
is
5
plus
plus
1.
1.
It's a 5 plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
This shit
I'm
happens.
burning sage next time. Like,
Yeah, no, we need it's the proximity to the stork chair.
Yeah, this is great.
I'm so upset.
yeah.
So, the you manage to convalesce and hang out and have some good times together, but something happens, a week in or so, and it's like somebody left sparkle panties on the lamp, or didn't do the dishes, or like
The normal things that happen when you move in with a friend you'd never
Right.
lived with before. Yeah.
right, and you're not like officially a renter, like living there.
Yeah.
And like just there's some kind of not devastating blow up, right? Like you're still friends, but there's I think it's time you get your own space again.
Yeah.
And,
Jesus. Yeah.
and there's a little cooling off period where
it's time to
I'm
go
going to
back
say
to
this
work.
contact is not available right away.
Excellent. Okay.
It's kind of like when you travel with someone
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and you realize just exactly what they're all about.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're late to everything, and they're
Yep.
like.
You either talk to them again afterwards or you don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just that end of the table.
Yeah.
It's proximity to the stork chair.
Yeah.
You got a stork all over it.
Yeah, you really did. Okay, well, we're through that first week. I'm going to say all the AIs are off, or all the humans are off the ship, and are kind of distributed around the ring. And pretty quickly, like let's say that after that first week, somebody has gone public about being a human survivor of the
course
ship.
they have.
Right? And they're in the news, local news right now, but they want to be kind of the spokesperson of the what we're calling the uplift. Maybe?
Isn't that already like a sci-fi term?
Yeah,
for, like,
that's
making,
something else. Yeah.
Yeah, animals smarter.
The upload, the loaders.
The reintegration.
Sure, that could be something.
Not the loaders. That's just sounds wrong.
The HIs, the highs.
The boopening.
The boopening.
Don't worry, we'll go back and edit in the real name we come up with.
Yeah, we'll fix
Yeah,
it in
we
post.
definitely edit this.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. But whatever it is that the humans are calling themselves, the humans in Quantatronic brains.
One suggestion is the enhanced.
That's not bad.
Brokers.
The what?
The brokers.
Brokers,
Because they were
what?
from the Go for Broke.
Oh,
I like that.
Or the Gophers.
Oh, God.
The recovered.
Yeah, those
Oh,
are
I
all
like
good
that too.
options.
I like the recovered.
The
Yeah.
recovered, yeah. Uplift is normally when you have the I had thought of it after I said it, and there's actually a pretty decent book series. Actually, I don't know if it holds up, so don't hold me to that, but the Uplift War I enjoyed it when I read it, and it is maybe a product of the 70s, so no promises. I do not endorse or encourage. Okay, so the recovered. Yeah, let's go with that. And thank you to Corinthark in the chat. for that. Just want to give credit where that's due. The spokesperson is, let's see. So many fun names to choose from, and suddenly my mind is blank.
Gary.
Well, I was thinking like Manny, which is funny.
He's a man.
Yeah.
What about Hugh Man?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they've taken on new names for themselves, too. No, but they have to identify themselves as, like, part of the former crew. So, yeah, I think there's...
I think it has to feel like an old-timey sounding name.
kind of, huh?
Old timey for like thousands of years in our future, but also 400 years in their past.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
for us, it's
So
only...
Jennifer.
Yeah, so Tiffany.
Yeah, I mean, this is only, like, 600 years in our future, right? Like, 100 years from now, we went to Alpha Centauri, they found the first jump sphere, and then 400 years later, we're at Draupnir Station.
So Tiffany.
Yeah.
Milton.
Milton? Yeah, Milton's pretty good. Because that's
good.
something that, like, 100 years from now, people will be like, oh, that's a cute name.
Yeah.
All right, Milton. We'll come up with more for the crew. Was the XO, the first mate on the ship, and took it upon himself to take credit and to say, like there is a way where, and so what he has done is he has said the notes on how to recover a human to a quantatronic brain have been stolen and kept from us. And we intend to find out who has them and make this process available to anyone who would like to have it available to them. But this is the sort of press, like the newsreel that goes out of Milton, the XO from the ship, who you all have had conversations with. And, like...
Did we know he was going to do that?
No.
I'm guessing Rise got to him.
That's what I was about to say.
I hate it. I'm just...
Fucking Rise Corporation.
Everyone spits.
Yeah.
They paid off Milton, I'm sure of it.
We set them up with money before they... Never mind, you know what?
Yes, but some people, enough is never enough.
And there's like a handful of the, command crew. That there's maybe like 6 other people with him, so there's 7 of the recovered. And they're also doing this like righteous thing of like, of course, any recovered who would like to have their privacy deserve that, and nobody should have to come forward if they don't want to. We're not going to out any of the recovered, but so he's like putting himself up as this like righteous figure, right, and a leader of an oppressed people. Like, no one oppressed you. That's not what happened. You're a victim of a horrible circumstance. But that's not how oppression works.
Do we, the 4 of us, have names, or like, do we know where everyone has gotten off to?
I think probably split up among you. Maybe you didn't want everyone to know everyone's names.
Or like we know the ones who are in our quarter.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I would do when he starts spewing stuff is check in on our friends.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
are left.
Yeah. You get. It's about 60 of the 80 people are pretty incensed about it. And, he started with 6, and there's, he's got about 20 of them now that have gone to his side. They're like, yeah, why don't these, and they start, like, naming you guys sometimes, because everybody knows who you are. I'm like, where are those notes? Where are the logs? Why don't we have access to them? We should be, these are ours by right, and blah, 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 blah. Whereas the other 60 people are like, please don't give that to him. Like, that's...
I can't remember what we did with the logs.
Well,
I know
somebody
we
copied them.
we copied them,
I think
and
CC
then
has it.
Then we deleted the.
And then we deleted the one on the ship.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think we
you
said
have
who
it.
has it. I think we just
Yeah,
copied
we didn't.
them.
Yeah, we didn't really
We didn't
discuss that yet.
specify.
Just pretty sure that Max doesn't have it.
Max doesn't.
Yeah, we wouldn't
Right.
trust
I
Max
don't.
with that.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust me.
Yeah, I'm assuming it would be Cece.
Yeah, Cece probably has it because she's the one who.
So
I'm
Cece,
gonna say.
I haven't had you roll anything yet.
Uh-oh.
CC has those
Ooh, yeah.
underworld contacts. They know
Yeah,
how
I
to
was
do
gonna
it.
say
Yeah.
I would have squirreled that away somewhere safe.
Yeah,
this
Cece, I wanna have you roll streetwise as well. So that's your flat stat, but you have a +1.
This is one of those things that becomes a MacGuffin later. Like, for sure.
I don't know what you mean.
I got a 5.
Okay.
It's contagious.
Yeah.
It came across the table.
Okay.
I seem to be rolling fine.
Yeah. We're
Quiet
a
you.
regular old basic PBTA at this point. Like I can't take any responsibility for this.
Can you show us the chart again?
Yeah.
It was color coded and everything.
I love that chart. I was
Oh, it's-
mad,
it's
but
still
I
here.
loved it.
Yeah.
I have it. This chart, is that what you wanted to look at?
That's good stuff.
And this
It
is the
wields-
2d6 one down here.
Yeah. It wields 2 swords. It's the mad chart again.
Well done. Take another thread.
Thank you.
I'm so mad.
One of these days, I'm gonna log how many like IRL threads you've given us and try to cash them in on something stupid. I'm like, Jason, you owe me a favor.
Okay.
Or just give
Look
me a
at all these
blanket.
threads.
That's good.
Thank you.
So the CC, the information that you have is hidden away, but somehow there is a rumor circulating that you're the one who has it. Like in the underworld,
Yeah.
right? It's like no one's come knocking on your door, but Lynn came to let you know, like, if you have it, you need to get rid of it because everyone thinks you have it. So after this big announcement goes out and he's like calling on the four of you to come forward with their rightful property and, you know, whatever, that's, yeah. So Lynn comes by just for free. It's like,
Yeah.
look, we're friends. Also, you just gave me a lot of money.
Well, and I tell Lynn, I'm like,
Lynn's basically retired, by the way.
Yeah.
Like she's like, cool, I don't have to work again.
yeah, I'm like, do you think I would be that stupid as to hang on to something like that?
Yeah, she just narrows her eyes like,
Should have sent it to the Marx Brothers.
Have one of my threads.
Thank you.
that's good. They're just getting passed around. They're like your Venmo currency. So the expression on Lynn's face is that she thinks you're full of shit. But she's not like out to get you.
Yeah.
And is, you know, totally friendly. You basically just confirmed for her
Right.
that that's the case. And she's
I
like,
don't have it anymore.
look, you don't have
Technically
to,
true.
Technically.
you don't have to tell, look, I just wanted you to know this is what everyone's saying. I'm going to just fade into the hedges now. And I was never here. And she like trips
Yeah.
over a wrench going out of the garage and yeah. So that's a thing that happens to Cece.
Great.
Group text.
Oh, I wouldn't risk putting it over group text.
Oh yeah, do we have to?
I wouldn't be that. Yeah, I would be a little sneakier than that.
I will say, just because I don't want this level of oppression, Rise does not have control over all of the wireless on.
Okay.
Like, if you have a Rise Corp wireless account, well, I would be pretty suspicious of what goes through there. But there are other ways to have wireless accounts on the Ring, and you don't have to go through Rise. It's just those don't work in Rise Corp. Like if you wanted to go in there, your wireless wouldn't work. So
So a lot of people maintain 2 separate accounts. They have their Rise account.
yeah, the Rise
then they
phone.
have, like,
you
you
have to
know-
have a different device.
Right, the Rise phone with the
ForgeCom.
Rise account. Yeah, which is like it's like your public social media that you show to your boss.
Right.
And then we all have our alt
Alts,
IDs.
yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. So that's a big part of just. I want some freedom of communication here, and and of course, Rise Corp isn't an oppressor. Of course, they just want to make sure everyone is safe.
Oh, of course.
And they have the resources that they need to be happy and healthy.
Yeah, we love Friend Computer.
Yeah,
Less.
indeed. Okay, so is there any sort of communication going out after Milton has made his announcement?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and people thinking that I have it, it's like,
Now, sorry, out of character. What did you do with it again?
I hit it with a criminal contact.
Okay, but they don't know what they have.
They don't know what they have.
Okay, you just like gave them a bunch of stuff, or like, here, this is
You
a.
give like a USB. like
It's a
Like,
floppy
what's
disk.
this?
you put it on a floppy disk.
Yeah. Now, I imagine you have like a stash, right, of like
Yeah.
clothes and a gun and a little computer
Yeah.
and like, here, you're one of my go
my
bags.
bug out bag,
Yeah,
yeah.
You have one of my bug out bags. Thank you. Goodbye. All right. So that's fine. There's no reason that person should, and presumably they have like a series of lockers or something.
Yeah, and I wouldn't like just stick it in the bag. Like it would be probably inside the lining of something,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
pretty well hidden.
This person, not one of your official contacts, right?
Well, I mean, I have one ally that I haven't filled in yet,
Okay.
but
But I mean, having a stash somewhere doesn't really. I mean, that feels like a overkill. Like I don't want that ally to be a waste
true.
for somebody who just holds goods for people.
Unless he holds bigs for a lot of people.
That's
Well,
true.
I'm wondering if I could. Well, I'm wondering if I could stash it with Kelvin, because no one's going to
Oh.
search the church.
Yeah. And Kelvin is likely to keep that secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I would probably stash it with Kelvin,
Okay.
and he would know what it is,
He does know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
because he would know to keep it secret, keep it safe.
Yeah. Does he have permission to review it? Because he would ask.
Yeah.
I would like to read this. May I?
I don't know. That's like a group. That's not just on me. I would say that's a group decision.
Okay. Well, I understand, and let me know if that changes because
Okay.
I'm immensely curious, and of course I'll keep your secret. And
Well, of course
all
you're
these
curious,
people
yeah.
deserve their privacy, but my curiosity exists, and
No, I get that. I don't want to make that decision because that's my friends. That's up to all of us. That's more of a vote.
sure, sure. Well, and also the 60 people who are counting on you,
Right,
to,
exactly, to keep it.
Yeah, and at this point, everyone on the station knows, oh yeah, there are way more AIs here than there used to be. Even out of 50,000 people, there were not, there were fewer than 100 AIs, and now there's 80
double,
more,
yeah.
and 20 of them are being very public about who they are, and but everyone knows, I don't know if you just got here, but you're an AI, and there are fewer than 200, and 80 of them just got off that ship. So...
That's the thing is how often do new AI even show up on the drop?
Not often.
So it may just these names are going to come out just because people start putting together that this is a new person.
Well,
you've
maybe, but
established
you could show up in the Forge and been an AI who had spent
That's
a
true,
year
that's
at
true.
Tivoli Gardens since you got here, and you could have a whole story made up.
That is okay. That's
Right?
true.
It is big. 50,000 people is enough to put a little effort in to disappear.
And that Fate who helped us could probably have created
Yes.
some
Oh, we probably.
Yeah, we've
like
invented some
a digital
history
trail and history. Yeah.
I think people just know there's a 50-50 chance that this AI person is giving me a fake ID. There's just no way to know for sure. So, most people kind of just wing on a prayer and,
Well, and I think maybe some of them took the tack of not pretending to be a new AI, but just being a person. And if you are just a person who lives in a hotel room and you get room service and you have everything delivered, you could create a, what's the guy's name in North by Northwest that he ends up impersonating?
I don't remember.
I can't
Anyway,
remember.
it's
been
the
forever.
idea is that you have this entirely fake person who interacts through phone calls and texts, and they basically exist and they order things and they buy things and they come in a certain size, but nobody actually sees them. They don't go out anywhere, but they exist on the grid as a person. And I would think that maybe some would take that tack to be, more anonymous. And so it wouldn't necessarily even appear to be an AI or a human brain in an AI body by doing that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, their bodies are pretty obviously mechanical at this point because they were made on a rush.
Right.
There are android bodies that are totally human looking, and plenty of AIs live that way, and that's just a way that some people live. And there are other AIs that are like, show your bones, It's just, it's a whole group of people that have different thoughts and opinions about stuff. So, okay. This is great. I love how these rolls are going.
I'm wondering, if,
Something bad finds you.
because I'm thinking for us to ask the AI who aren't part of that 20, the 60, any AI that we are seen talking to are going to become suspect.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that's risky.
Yeah. So we would need to my friend Kelvin is established on
Sure.
Draupnir,
It's
so
been here for a long time.
maybe use him as a liaison.
Yeah.
We could also go disguised.
For those just listening, Joey wrapped his sweater around the lower half of his face, as
Do you
if
need
that
to
was
go
an
as
adequate
Trey
biscuit.
Butch?
No one could recognize me if I do this.
Right.
With the fabulous eye makeup
With
that
the
he's
fabulous
wearing.
eye makeup, you
Mi-
could go
mind
as
your
Trey
microphone.
Butch.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
You could go as Trey Butch and ask. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, the first week or so has gone the way it's gone. Worked out great for everyone.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And you're at a point where everyone's been offloaded from the ship, and I think the docks are probably still. Well, let's see. What was supposed to be happening on board the ship? Are people cleaning it? What was your mandate?
I mean, they probably actually need to clean at least one room.
Well,
Yeah.
So I think that maybe that was part of the quarantine effort, is that there's only a very limited number of people who are going on board, and I imagine that there's some sort of maybe like a historical oversight process to make sure that things are
sure.
modified as little as possible in order to preserve the integrity of the ship.
So there is a representative of Rise University who is part of an academic.
An online
Compendium.
university where you can get ahead.
Yeah.
Rise. Let us help you reach your dreams.
Rise to your potential. That's so good. Y'all, Nick has a whole script of ads that we're gonna do, and it's extremely good.
Yeah. Oh, I sent it to Joey. Joey
Good.
liked it too.
Yeah.
I
so
love
we'll
that
figure
you've
out.
done it, and I hate it so much.
Yeah,
My favorite kind of merchandise is in-universe merch,
yeah.
so it's good,
Yeah.
but it's bad.
Earn as many credits per term as your subscription will allow.
Oh, I love
I
it.
hate it. I hate everything about
Subscription
it.
University.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Isn't that just the UC system?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Got him. And
Take that, Board of Education.
yeah, get him. Okay, so then what's been happening on board the ship is docks workers coming in to clean stuff. There is some oversight. This professor from Rise University is kind of the only real academic who is on the job as an academic here, even as like flimsy as that is. Also,
I think the academic, the professor has a grad student who's there with them.
okay,
Who's doing that, but I think that the actual crew that's doing the work is like selected by the Marquis.
yeah,
And it is a small group, and they work, like staggered shifts.
Mm-hmm.
But they do not bring in any extras. Like there isn't any turnover. There isn't any chance for someone to be like, "Oh, I'm the new guy."
yeah. Okay, that's good. The academic and their undergrad, we do have to ask the question of why were these people sent to the ring, right? Like this is, maybe they came out here to study it, right? It is, the Rise Corporation is still, their primary charter is scientific endeavor, studying the tiny black hole and what can we get from it. There's pretty good theories about being able to generate power from this thing. That, like, every few years, there's a new study comes out like, oh, hey, if we could do this one impossible thing, we could generate unlimited amounts of power. And another one that's like, is this another type of jump sphere? And, whatever it is, like, no, we watch things get crushed as they go in. Like, it's just...
Or do you?
Well, it would stand to reason that Rise would send academics out here to educate the children of the Rise Corporation employees.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So they
yeah.
wouldn't all be fuck-ups.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah.
were talking about.
Some of them are probably really highly paid, actually, to come way out here and to sacrifice the 10-year journey to go back. And, yeah.
You know what they do? They're regularly paid, but they're just guaranteed tenure when they get back.
Tenure. I'm glad that
So
you said
mad.
that.
I'm so angry.
I feel better.
Oh.
I'm like a better person
Ouch.
for having heard that.
I'm not.
I love it. For the record, we do have really good cryo. Like, people sleep for that 10 years, and humans average 150 years now. Like, some have hit 200. That's not common, but... And that's like awake years, not counting travel years, right? Most people don't travel like that because they don't have to. There's only, pioneer folk who do that, and they have a different reason for shorter lifespans. So,
Asteroid.
There is some question about the ring, and my understanding is that the ring is entirely man created.
Yes.
It's just in a stable orbit, for lack of a better word, around this miniature black hole.
yeah.
Okay.
For anyone new to the setting, we have. It started with a Rise Corp orbital that was actually orbiting the ring, and then they needed more and more support staff, and eventually all this stuff came out here. And also curious, looky-loos who want to live on a frontier somewhere. Like, that was not unusual, and then we needed more workers to support the station, and one thing led to another. They built out a whole ring, and like finally, as things were sort of being cobbled together, Rise engineers were like, okay, hold on, let's make sure this actually like fits and works. And yeah, they built this 300-mile long strip that bends around, and we all live on the outside of that ring and use the black hole's gravity because it's small enough and we're at just the right distance where we have roughly Earth gravity. It's like 9.4 feet per second acceleration, so where Earth's is 9.8. Sorry, there's a whole other document y'all haven't seen.
There's another chart.
I try to hide the total reach of my whatever we call that.
I appreciate you
I'm
so
like
much.
I'm blushing a little bit
I
actually right
appreciate
now.
you so much. World building is so fun. I'm glad you enjoy it this much.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yes.
Genuinely.
I have a tab, a bookmark folder called Black Holes here on my browser. There's a lot of information in there. So anyway, the ring, it grew semi-organically as like people moved out here, and then it turned out there's also a lot of resources because a lot of the there's like broken leftover bits of planets out here. There's no star, So it's relatively cold, but there's all these resources and just, incredible riches to be had if you're willing to risk it and be a scavenger, or asteroid miner or whatever, or you can...
Salvage engineer.
Yeah, salvager. You can also visit the gas giants and there's regular, whatever. So anyway, that's kind of the setting and economy of the place.
Sorry, I just got a picture of some dive restaurant in the Forge called Gas Giants.
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Gas giant restaurant. That exists now.
Try the onion rings. Onion rings at Gas Giant.
They're famous.
They're out of this world.
You're in
Hey.
rare form tonight, sir.
Low-hanging fruit is still fruit.
I'll say. So the week or so, crap, we had so many tangents just now.
Really did.
Where did we leave off? We were...
Rhombus.
Everybody found out that CC has the plans.
That's right.
They suspect
Don't
CC of having
have the plans.
Okay, but everyone thinks you do.
Everyone
know.
thinks he does.
Everyone in the underworld does.
We need to check in on the 60 who are
Oh.
hidden.
Yes, and we were looking at the work that was being done on board the Broke.
Right.
So the right, and the academic was kind of overseeing that work and trying to document as much as possible. He has a whole video series that's going around the ring right now, and it's uploading to his account back in the system as well, but that's a year away from getting anywhere, right? But is it what?
What, Nick? What happened?
I was just imagining being done in a Ken Burns style.
Oh yeah, he definitely wants to
I
be.
was more thinking, yeah.
But I think is to mixed
My
results.
dearest Milton.
By
By the time you read this,
all right, I'm taking control of this mine cart. The restoration and cleaning and everything, that process is really underway after a week or so. We've got really advanced tools and everything to be doing this efficiently. And most of the ship, I mean, it is 300 yards long, but most of it was pod chambers, for cryopod. And then there were stores for, seeds and embryos and, all kinds of stuff to start a colony somewhere. But a lot of that's gone bad. The power system went bad. The engines kind of could work if they were powered. But the recovering that from how the AI, the nanobot brain had wired itself into the system is going to be weeks and weeks of work, because it's we unplug this and 5 things fall out, or oh my god, that was held together with its brain ropes or whatever. It's a nightmare, right? Especially anybody who's technically inclined is oh no, why is this happening?
Why would you do this?
Yeah, especially I imagine there are technicians who are this is so cool. Yes, I want to work on this project. Thank you for picking me, Marquis. I'm going to make you proud. And they get in there, they're oh no,
what did I do?
yeah.
What have I done?
Oh, I had forgotten. I pocketed some seeds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You
I
did
pocketed
grab some stuff off
so
there.
I'm gonna distribute those to people who I know.
Do you know
will
what they
garden.
were?
No,
Okay, cool.
I'm just people who I know garden, because I don't know how to garden.
Yeah, oh yeah, there were some hydroponics.
hydroponic,
in Forge. The best ones are at Rise.
Well, of course,
Which
but
you
I'm not
can-
going to trust them.
You can visit anytime for a small fee.
yeah,
It's the botanical garden equivalent.
the membership. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting triggered, man. We're getting to a point where every time there's a membership or a subscription, I'm twitching.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I really want to lay into with this Rise Corp business. Is they're just microtransaction, subscription based, just everything about it. But when
The
you
Rise and Shine Club offers morning walks through our beautiful botanical gardens.
Right.
I'm like this close to pivoting. Like I was like, I'm gonna vibe this game. I'm not gonna try to make any big things because I had a big kind of character in the last game. I'm gonna destroy Rise Corp. That's it. That's where we're going.
and
Now, I would know some of the people who do hydroponics in the Forge.
Yeah.
And I would say, don't know what these are. But Rise doesn't have them.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Mystery seeds at the Forge.
Tobacco.
Tobacco. Yes.
What?
What a pull.
Yeah.
The Simpsons reference.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one.
All kinds of rules about tobacco.
Okay. All right. So the the restoration is in process. There's some upheaval around who is allowed to have the materials, and it sounds like the four of you need to meet.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
where's that going to happen?
I think on board the Brosnia,
Okay.
because I can be sure that it is.
Oh.
And not at the gas giant.
By the
Maybe
way,
we'll pick up to go from the gas giant and meet on the Brosnia.
Satch, whether you keep your old apartment or not, the Marquis has offered you rooms at his estate, right? Like, so
Yeah, I'll take those. I'll take him up on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you have like a little suite to yourself. So like he doesn't like show up through a hidden door or something. It's not like.
Wait, can he though? I mean, hold on, back that up. I want the swing open bookcase and the.
I mean, if you want that room, that can be arranged.
Yeah, I don't think Statch wants that room.
Yeah, okay.
It all sounded very much like the mistress's apartment. Like it was very much.
No, it's so his place is so big, right? It's like Buckingham Palace kind of thing, right? Like it's not like everybody there is in his business all the time. Like you're in your own wing of the building, essentially.
And I just kept thinking, is Satch his mall now?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, Marquis.
But
I'm sorry. Oh, Marquis.
I don't know what's happening right now. But you probably don't want to meet all your friends there.
Right.
So yeah, you head out to the Brosnia, and you, four of you arrive. It's been about a week since you've been back. It's a real whirlwind. Stuff. Sometimes things are just so slow on the ring, and then sometimes things happen real fast. And so here we are. That news broke just a couple days ago now about Milton. But here you are on the Brosnia, docked, right?
Yeah.
But you're back in the ship that brought you home a week ago. And weirdly, like being in the ship, there are no marks. There's no dents or stains or anything because none of what happened in the Brosnia. But it is the ship that took you to and from 2 near-death experiences now.
It's gonna take mental damage by walking onto the ship, I'm sure.
I'm not going to enforce
I'm
that,
not
but
asking for it. I feel like I should. This place sucks.
but I just
Brosnia is good ship. Took us out, brought us back. That is what ship does.
The Brosnia is not a problem.
Barely.
Come in. And I've got like bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my friends, come, comrades,
Grabs bottle
into
of
the
champagne.
into.
Satch, I brought you some onion rings.
Oh, onion! Oh, I love the onion rings. Yes, thank you. Here, I tried you for champagne.
And onion rings.
Reminds me of
That's
college.
good eating.
yeah, this sounds right. Like I'm interested. And
Legit in college,
Yeah.
one meal we had champagne and chicken nuggets, like
Nice.
dino nuggets.
Yeah.
because
I love it.
We were adults.
yep.
That's
And
what
you
you
can. It's been fantastic. How's your week been? It has been a whirlwind. Yes? Champagne. Come.
do. The rest of us
Joey is pantomime drinking the whole bottle by himself.
Everyone, come tell me all about it. I've been very busy.
Oh,
Too busy to notice that Milton went on.
No, Milton. I do not know what has happened with him. He seems so nice, and then
I think Rice Corp probably
anybody
floated
can
a
be
lot of money in front of his face. You know, he doesn't know that they're going to double cross him.
he is out of time. He does not know.
Actually, that was something I forgot to do. Is like, did we like sit and talk to the people who, the newcomers about like, here's what's happened in the last 400 years.
Well,
you should know
You
about?
didn't have a lot of time to do
No,
that.
Yeah.
and that was something that Kelvin was supposed to
Right.
take care of, was acclimating
He's doing
them.
orientation.
Yeah.
No, I mean I think he was bought, but I also think he probably didn't know to read the fine print really well. So I'm actually scared for him.
Also, for the record, Rise Corp has been around since before we left Earth. So it is a very old company at this point. One of the oldest
Did they
megacorps.
suck then too?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, I was about to ask, because if it falls into that level of history, I think that Satch might know a little bit about what Rise Corp was originally about.
Well, and also
If they were a big enough player to have been.
people work for shitty companies all the time. So it
Yes.
is possible that even if Rise Corp did suck back then, it doesn't really matter to Milton. We've just met him.
True.
Well, Nick, if you want to know, let's do. Well, I think it would be like an investigate check,
Okay.
but you don't have that. So
research.
Oh, research, yes.
Right. Which
You
I
do research.
sold away. So.
Okay, so it's flat. Untrained is a -1.
Yeah.
So just 2d6.
No, I know very little. That is a modified 3.
Okay, that's
I rolled doubles though, so
Oh, very
I also
good.
get a thread.
okay. So it was a 4 -1 ultimately.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The when you go to pull up history on Rise, you actually pull up like you have memory of like having accessed certain histories before and. Like, they were a company back in there, but the only thing you get routed back to is this, like, promotional historical document that is, according to them, very informative and accurate to...
The rise of Rise.
Yes, exactly. Like a phoenix from the ashes. So the thing that promotional video says is that they... got their start for going to economically collapsed cities and rebuilding them. And as these cities rose from the ashes, they breathed life into them again and brought urban agriculture and all of these things.
A Rise Incorporation lifts all cities.
Yes, exactly.
So Milton might see them as the good guys.
That
That's
is
true.
the reputation they have developed for themselves.
I mean, they have been around a long time, and maybe had been good at some point.
Or at least seemed good before people knew more about them.
Yes, it could be.
It doesn't really matter much. They're not good now.
This character does not know the word gentrification.
I think this is slightly different from gentrification.
It's not. It's just as bad, though.
I'm wondering if back on Earth they think Rise is fantastic.
It could be so.
Maybe here, because there are fewer of us, we kind of see the cracks a little.
Or
Clearly.
there are fewer laws, so they can have more free reign and do what they want to do.
Or he was just simply tricked. Like,
Or he could just be an idiot.
Or asshole.
Yeah.
I don't think looking into speculating on his motivations is going to be very helpful. I'm more worried about the 60 people who don't want to come out.
The information is safe.
But is just passing publicity, no? You know about this, Max, right? Things happen, and a week later, no one remembers. This, it will blow over.
Not
It
something
is
like
good
this.
times for everyone.
No,
This
this
is
is
not
not.
blowing over.
It's not going to
This
blow
isn't
over.
someone winning some race. This is monumental. They're going to write history books about this.
Yes,
And
yes,
Rise
but
is going to want that information more than anything.
Can you imagine what they would do to get that information?
Clara, will you roll Streetwise, please?
have you not been saying that it was destroyed with the computer and chip?
Yeah.
When the nanny computer was gone, it took all the information. That is what I have said.
Motherfucker! Sorry.
Oh,
Wow.
champagne is
Hold
bad.
on.
Hold on. I have other bottle. Marcus sent me a whole case of champagne. Here's new bottle. I'll take old one.
I'm just gonna throw these dice out. Do I have to take this one? Can I re-roll? Can I get? Is there a Betty I can re-roll for?
No.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Okay. So the good news is, the way I GM PBTA, if I ask you to roll something, the 6- is not catastrophic.
Don't touch it.
If your roll is based on something you're doing and it's like a triggered move,
Yeah.
then you have to own it. But I asked you to roll it, so 6- is not catastrophic.
It's still a 6-. It's
Right.
still a 5. Second of the night.
So you get a text message like while we're having this conversation, and it's from your friend who you were staying with, Signy, and it says, I know you know where the AI information is, and you need to bring it tonight.
What is problem?
Apparently, my friend thinks I know where the information is as well.
And why would she think that?
I don't know.
I mean, there was that one drunk night that you don't remember all of the conversations.
I mean, like, you know, like sometimes you're with someone and you just sort of talk about stuff and, like, you're tired.
That's why there's a gag involved.
That
It's
not after.
She's either being paid or threatened.
I know, and that's not great either. Can I just send back, like, you okay? Like, question mark?
You can.
you up?
Why?
There's no reply.
Oh, okay, this is bad. So, yeah.
Is she teasing you, or do you think he's serious?
I don't know. We got in a fight earlier this week, and maybe she's. I don't know. She's not really the kind of person who would just like come out and threaten someone, but also like we got in a fight earlier this week, and sometimes people do stupid things when they're mad at each other.
I'm gonna call Signy like a level 1 contact. I don't know what that's gonna mean yet, but
I don't either.
will you roll social?
You'll know as soon as we do.
You're gonna roll social +1, and this is actually something that you made happen by asking if she's okay. So a 6- will carry consequences.
Cool. I hate you. I hate this. The dice that
I don't
you
know
give
if they're
me.
going to do any better.
No whammies, no whammies.
So wait,
no
this is
whammies.
just a flat
Social's
social rule?
yeah.
Okay.
And you get a +1 because she's a level 1 contact. Apparently.
Okay, that's a 10. She's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
She's fine. She's fine.
She texts you back some kind of inside joke. It's not like an inside joke, but like an inside reference.
My dog is high right now.
Yeah. But it's it's not even that obvious, right? She's like, it's along the lines of like, yeah, I'm fine, but then like the emoji that she uses is the
Yeah.
you're like, oh, we had a conversation about this. So she is
Okay.
being threatened.
Awesome. Yeah.
She's being coerced.
Yeah.
The water gun emoji.
The water gun. It's the It's my dog ate an edible and I have to go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's a dumb Clara joke. Cool. Yeah, so that's a threat. And I just showed them the phone. It's like fried shrimp emoji. Like,
Yeah.
it's a threat. It's a threatening shrimp.
All right.
Well, she's not threatening you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
but
okay,
it's a problem.
So
It's
the
a-
shrimp's in danger.
The shrimp's in danger.
Great.
Or the shrimp is the danger.
The shrimp is the danger. Look,
Sorry, I'm not here. I want to be in this conversation, and I'm
the
not.
shrimp is the danger.
So
So it's small danger?
Big danger. Look,
So jumbo shrimp.
Ah, jumbo shrimp.
look.
Ah.
When you work in certain jobs, sometimes you need to work out ways to let each other know you're okay, and this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not okay. So this is a problem.
great.
Did she say where you need to bring it?
What's
really
well?
fast.
Now we need the name of a brothel.
Fuck.
Nope, I'm not going to call it that.
The Gilded Descent.
Gilded Descent.
I enjoy a lot of the weird, like, biblical stuff you've been throwing into Tivoli because everything I do has been Norse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying it.
It's I'm on a kick apparently.
Ragnarok.
It's,
Okay. It's the Ragnar Rock and Roll Cafe you really have to visit when you're on the station.
That's upsetting.
People collect T-shirts from
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll pass along. Like, I'll do the like. Okay, when, where.
Yeah, so
Followed by
at-
like.
yeah, so she says you have to come to her suite at the Gilded Descent, which means like where she works, and that you need to bring the information, and I think that's it.
Okay.
And actually now that like she's sending more, you could tell it's this very like capitalized first letter, commas, period. You know,
Yeah.
like she is typing exactly what she's been told to type.
Yeah. Cool. Terrible. Is there a way we can reach out to any other contacts to see who would do that?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I've put it somewhere safe. I do trust the person I have left it with, but they are asking if they may look at it.
I'm not so much worried about that person. It's more that this is the lives of 60 people, but this is also like Signe didn't ask to be involved in this. And is there a way that we could figure out who's threatening her rather than, and I don't know, make a fake?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Either that or would my friend have the ability to just kind of memorize what's on there?
No, I mean if he was allowed to make a copy, then that. But AI brains work a lot like human brains, which is what allowed the final step to true sapience. So they're not actually supercomputers. They're just like mechanical people.
There
They
isn't a
have
way to
to-
like partition this and encrypt this drive in the brain.
No more than you do with your headset. Like they have the equivalent of cybernetics and things like that. But as an AI, they don't just automatically have the ability to
Right.
like download information to their brain.
Fun fact, when you come up with a memory as humans, you're recreating that memory every time
Yeah.
from scratch.
So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he makes a copy of it. I'm just thinking, is there a way we can fragment the hell out of the one that we have to give it to them, but it won't be readable?
Yeah, I mean, he could make a copy and then make a bad copy. But he would really have to see all of the...
Yeah.
It's also the problem that even if we give them fragmented information, we don't know that they're going to believe that that's true. Like, that's even real.
They will probably want more. They will always believe we are holding something back, even if we give everything.
Yeah. I would rather stop whatever's threatening my friend rather than try to give them
Well,
anything else.
we can always try to move her somewhere else.
Yes. That could be a start.
You guys have plausible deniability. You don't know where it is.
We don't.
Yeah. I'm the only one who does.
Well, I don't know how plausible that is to
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't know the four of you
Right.
that well. Like, people could reasonably assume all four of you know where it is.
Right.
But Ursa also notice the original message was sent to you from Signy's Rise account, right? And like everyone, she has multiple accounts.
Yeah.
And subsequently, while you're having a conversation about this, you get a ghost text, and it says, "Don't come. They have guns. Protect those people."
I figured. Cool. We're gonna punch a bunch of people with guns.
And you know
Yeah.
that she has a cybernetic implant for emergencies and stuff
Yeah.
and safe words.
Yeah.
So that's almost certainly a component that she activated.
Excellent. Cool. And I relay the information of
Okay.
obviously a threat, obviously a try not to fuck around too hard. We're gonna, because I refuse. I think the best, what I'm inclined to do, whether or not you guys agree with me, is go and ambush ambushers. And if you don't feel like helping, I'm gonna do it myself.
Are the ambushers Rise? Did she put that in the...
She did not clarify that, and I honestly do not care right now.
Well, the reason being Rise is all about image, right? What if Max is filming when we go knock on that door and live streaming it?
I feel like if you...
I'm just looking for some protections, I mean,
Well,
I think if Max is live streaming it and, oh my gosh, look at these people. Oh, they're from Rise and they have weapons on a citizen? What the heck?
So that's a good plan, but also just some reasonable sort of information. If it was Rise, openly carrying guns and threatening this person, they probably wouldn't identify themselves as Rise.
True.
They are not they don't have the authority to hold somebody hostage and force them to do something in Tivoli Gardens, right?
Yeah.
So if it is them, they wouldn't identify themselves, and I mean, maybe filming would do something, but they're probably not in corporate business suits and stuff. But also, it could be any other group that was willing to come and threaten a friend of hers, and
That's
Yeah.
actually follow-up question is we could probably reach out and see if there's whispers of who else is threatening. Did she give us a time, how long it's going to take, or when we have to do
oh
this?
yeah, the official messages you were sent were be here in an hour.
Oh, okay, we have an hour.
And I mean,
That
the thing
changes
is,
things.
on the ring, there's nothing that's more than an hour away.
Yeah.
Right? You can get on transit and it's only 300 kilometers around, and the transit thing goes real fast. So you're, at most an hour away if you were 180 degrees opposite into the ring.
Is Tilda Swinton still mad at you? Emma Thompson, sorry.
Yeah, probably.
Damn it.
Oh, sorry. You're never more than 180 kilometers away.
There you go.
It's
There it
300 around,
There it is.
or 150-ish, something.
So it's
Is this kicking the door, or is this try and
I
find
think
information
it's-
and take by surprise?
I think it's take by surprise. I think we've established that gun beats fist in fight most of the time.
Would the Fates,
That's the thing is, would the fates be...
would they be able to,
Intervene.
yeah.
If it's Rise coming into Tivoli to fuck with us,
But what if it's
They
not
would.
Rise? What if
That's-
it's someone who wants the technology to sell to Rise? It's worth a lot of money.
that's what I'm worried about, is if we reach out to the wrong fate, then
it becomes they want that information.
Well, and it's possible that one of the Fates would do it.
That's not outside the realm of
what
possibility.
I'm worried about is, like, whoever we reach out to and ask, like, hey, are you fucking threatening my friend, is gonna be if they're the person doing it.
Should I ask Marquis?
Do you trust him?
He's a good guy.
And extremely handsome.
He does what he says in all situations.
Yeah,
And,
he does believe in honor among thieves.
In that case, why not?
And he may have contacts to get background information, at least see if maybe she can be trusted, or if might be able to loan us people for help. But we would probably have to pay or make arrangement.
We'll figure that part out later if we can get that information now.
Okay, I will see if he can provide information and ask if maybe anything else.
I'm gonna regret asking this question, but does Signy's suite have a back door?
It has a balcony.
Okay, we can do that.
Is there any kind of security?
No, I should say that balcony opens to space,
Less useful.
right? Like, you can put your mask on and go stand out there, but it's mostly for looks, you
So,
know?
like,
And there's like a plastic plant out there, and,
I'm gonna ask a really dumb question, and it's one of those things that I don't think Yrsa would do except under extreme circumstances, and that is, could one, wearing a vac suit, maybe like climb up the side of a building
Yes.
that is in space?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, keep in mind, outdoors on the ring, there is a bit of a wind, right? Because we're in the gaseous region of the accretion disk, which actually is helpful because it means we also have slightly less cold temperatures and a little bit of atmosphere when you step outside. So when you're hustling from building to building, as we've stated before, you only need like a good seal on a face mask, and if you get into the next building quick enough, you barely need a heavy jacket, right? Like you're good to go.
Joey,
So-
you have back suit one.
I do.
I think all of us do.
Yep.
I don't. Why don't I have back suit one?
Because you're afraid of space.
Good point. Damn it. Foiled by my own character.
Now, the thing I will do, because originally I had given everyone back suit for free, and I think you must have cannibalized a point for something.
I didn't take it. I didn't touch it. I considered adding to it because I was confused.
I'm going to let you roll without the -1.
Okay, good.
As that's the Draupnir native bonus.
I will suggest in your future game that if someone takes a flaw, they should get something for that flaw later, though.
What flaw did you take?
My horrible, apparently crippling fear of space.
Well,
And your IBS.
And my IBS.
okay.
I am crippled by horrible accent. I want point as well.
Well, I
throw
want
it
to
out
put the
there.
brakes on using the C word there. But, I understand what you mean.
Yeah, but that is
Yes,
not
that was
necessary
insensitive,
now.
and I apologize.
I understand.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, but my point grubbing is not for now. I was looking at it because I was saying if anyone was going to climb the side of the building, it would be Yrsa, except Yrsa has to be there for the exchange.
So is Yrsa sort of laying that out as a plan?
Yeah, that was my thought.
I think you think too small. Look,
Elaborate.
if you go to the thing with the thing, and then bring everyone looking at door, looking at entrance, and then I fly up and we come out back of ship into balcony into room, and
I'm
maybe us, maybe more if Marquis is willing to lend peoples.
Have you flown your ship between the buildings in Tivoli Gardens?
Of course.
Well, hold on now. As an out-of-character assertion, that's a little wild.
Well, maybe.
He's probably stretching the truth, but we
Okay.
did talk about like the races go around.
Well,
the
but they
different
go inside under the ring.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah,
pretty
they don't
odd.
fly through the buildings.
But his racing ship would be a lot smaller.
Yes,
Then, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
so question one: can a racing ship fit outside the
I
balcony?
think it's... Well, the racing ship, I think we said, was like a two-person thing, right? It has like a front and back. Even though you usually just race alone, like it has room for 2 people to sit in it, and you wouldn't be able to park it at the balcony, like
drop a
attach
rope?
it, but like
Drop a rope.
yeah, I mean you probably you could get within range of the balcony. Now the balcony probably leads to like a little like closet airlock, but
Figuring out aesthetic balconies in space is suddenly very hard.
right. Yeah, I mean there's no atmosphere up there, so
Yeah.
that's and you don't want to just like open the door and
Look, I have not done, but how hard could be?
Okay. I
have-
love that plan.
I have flown through magnetic flux. I have flown through gravitic anomaly. I'm sure that I can handle fly through building, and then we park building.
Between buildings.
Yeah, between buildings, please.
Yes. Between buildings.
Go between them.
go between them. Are you crazy?
I do that. We have element of surprise. Yes.
Yeah. That means also somehow getting Signy in a vac suit. Does it?
Not necessarily. There's a
Okay.
little airlock
We have
there,
just
and
enough time.
yeah.
Hold breath. Move fast.
Oh god, there's no way to communicate that plan, is there? To her.
I mean, you could send it to her little brain link, but you don't know if she's going to be able to see it or like if she needs a device. I don't think you
I'm
have
gonna
talked
just
about that.
in that case,
I mean, you can
CC,
still send it,
Max. Yeah. Well, I want to wait till we know what we're doing before I'm gonna officially.
All right, so you're delivering the fake thing. Satch is flying through Tivoli Gardens.
I mean, you could go up and over most of it, right? And then like kind of come down from the outside, but she's not on the top floor of her building, so you
No,
do have to go
yeah.
through some of it.
This is a really weird heist.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, I have a. They're not called diplomas. What are they called? The like subtle the body armor that looks like a nice suit.
Yeah, this is the diplomatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a protect.
The protect suit. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, all the armor values for now from Traveller, cut them in half,
Okay.
and that's how we'll apply them until we
Right.
play test a little bit more.
And we're modifying the weapons as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melee weapons essentially are going to do a d6. Guns will be 2d6, and then bigger guns will have different effects and things.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So I still have the protect suit, and I still have the body pistol.
Mhm.
So I can go and come and feel pretty fucking safe.
yeah. Knuckle blasters would be obvious.
Yeah.
So,
Hence, body pistol and
yeah.
protect suit.
Sure.
I'm going to create a file. I'm not going to copy the original.
Okay.
I'm going to create a file, encrypt it so that they think there's something on there.
Okay.
But it could be the type of thing, once they decrypt it, it's just somebody going,
Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Congratulations, you've cracked the encryption. Now crack the level 2 encryption. It's just encryption all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Any
You
thoughts?
need a distraction?
Would you come with me? I don't want you to come with me. I don't know. I don't like putting you in like dangerous situations. You tend to go and I tend to follow you.
I think we're down to about 45 minutes.
I hate that. I don't think we have time for a better plan.
All right.
Do you think you could?
Do you want me as backup? Do you want me just to make a lot of noise? No one can hear what's going on in the other room? I should warn you, I'm a little hungover, so...
Hash out. I call Marquis.
Call the
See
Marquis.
if there's more information.
Yeah. Can you reach out quietly and see if it's anyone we know as well?
Yeah.
Well, most of your channels are going to be through
Oh,
the
that's-
fates, and we don't know if you can trust any of the fates right now.
You
Right.
can't even ask quite subtly. Like, hey, you working on any?
My
you
fate's
want,
not super pleased with me right now, so I don't want to let...
Damn
and you
it.
want Max to do something subtle.
No one would expect it.
True.
That's fair.
Okay, so you want to call the Marquis.
I'll call the Marquis.
Yeah. He picks up right away. You have his private line,
Okay.
so to speak.
I don't know how to say, but time is short. One, is there word of trouble with infighting with fates? Two, is there word of any people especially interested in what we brought back from ship? Three, if there were something that needed to be retrieved regarding the ship and regarding a friend, do you have people that I might be able to hire for
Okay.
short-term, high-risk, high-reward?
Now, I'm going to call the Marquis a level 2 contact for you.
Okay,
What does that mean?
So please roll social.
twice as good as a level 1?
Apparently.
Roll social plus 2.
Oh, yeah.
Spend the rest of this time making Signy my level 2.
Not as good.
How's not?
Well, that's 4 on the dice, and then with
God.
2, that's a 6. So
Okay.
Oh my god.
Um,
The Marquis is in on it.
all right.
don't even. Don't.
Now, Cece, are you... Well, is this a conversation happening in your head or on a video phone, or like what is your...
I think that I'm doing it through my comm.
Okay.
So it's probably like sub-vocal, and I'm just trying to get, I just want to get some quick answers, and if he says no, honestly, if he says no, that's fine, but obviously it may have raised flags for him as well. I've given him information.
Cece, is there anything you heard Satch say that you might go, oh, and also, or not, like anything you would, to justify a help roll?
Maybe like, can you, when he says, can you send, people, and it's like, let them know they're armed, let them know, there's a person in danger.
Okay.
How
To
popular is Signy?
An armed response.
to clarify, is armed response.
Yeah. Okay. So let's roll, I think, social.
Okay,
For
so
help.
that's my flat, right?
Yeah. Or I think we'll probably just have help be flat all the time
Okay,
for everyone.
5.
Oh.
Oh god, someone's gonna die.
This is just,
Okay.
oh my God.
So you're like, you feel like you're pressured and it's hard to explain what's happening, and then Cece's talking in your ear and you're like,
Be quiet. No, not not you. I just
Be
I
quiet?
No. It's. There's a lot going on right now. I'm very sorry to both of you. Everything is if
what do you need an armed response for?
never. We have friend who is threatened. Friend is threatened because of possibility that there is information from ship regarding Milton. We do not have, but we do not want to risk friend.
Well, I can spare 3 guys.
Would be most grateful.
Okay. They're gonna get shot at, right?
It seems high likely, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to pay them for that, and we're gonna need to.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
I'm not asking out of goodness of heart. I understand this is a business arrangement in this case, but I ask you as a friend if you have resources, not to give me with no compensation.
Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now, but yeah, you can come to me for help. That's fine. I'll send some guys to meet you at the Brosnia.
Yes. Time is very short, but thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll see who I can send over.
Is there identifying feature password?
Yeah. There's like an established thing for his group.
Max has an idea while Satch is on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We love it.
Did we authorize Max to have ideas?
It's not in my notes.
I don't have it here.
It's a really good idea.
Okay, what's your idea?
Well, he says
Is it
really
shooting
good,
a
so
captain?
we should
Is it shooting captain? Good idea.
Excellent idea.
It's close.
Max and the captain making it happen.
So Max is going to call the madam or the runner of the Guild of Descent, saying that he is going to want to show up there in about 45 minutes for a private party and wants to make sure that he can get Signy. He's hoping that maybe he can try to figure out who has Signy.
Okay. I think you can get the madam on the phone without too much trouble because you're Max. Mm-hmm. And you're a lot.
Yeah. I will speak with the manager.
Yeah,
Because
I
you're
think
Max and you're a lot has become just the phrase.
yeah. And on top of that, you're also now the
Right.
famous discoverer and explorer. So yes, do we know her name?
No.
Gotta stop asking me for names, man.
Hey, I mean it's your brothel.
It's not even my brothel. I pull up the name generator. Right? Also, my mic isn't on.
Okay. Well, we'll have a name for her in a moment.
Yeah.
But she gets on the phone and she says, "Well, of course, Mr. Ego will be happy to supply your party."
I just had never parsed that sentence in my head before. Mr. Eco was just... I find that very amusing.
We'd be happy to provide you with what we can. I believe Signy is with a client right now, and of course we don't ever, reveal client information or...
Sure, I totally understand that, but, I mean, if I could at least speak with them, I'm sure we could work out some kind of arrangement. For this whole event to work, we need Signy.
Her name is Ingvar.
Ingvar.
Yep, that's what happened.
I'm picturing a sturdy, tall, blonde woman.
You know what? How about this, Hilda? How's that sound?
Alright, you're up, Ingvar.
All right.
Hilda Ingvar?
Yeah. Just like cycling through the name generator, like, come on.
All right. So, Madame Ingvar says, that she is happy to arrange something for you. Is a little hesitant to interrupt. But if you would like to roll Persuade,
Yes, I will.
I think that's...
Okay.
I know technically you're lying, but it's very believable that you would be bringing a party to the Gilded Descent, so...
Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes.
Okay, I'll take that. That is a 9.
Okay.
It threatened to be worse.
Yeah.
There was still a 1 there somewhere.
So, Madame Ingvar says, I will send her a message and on the alert line so that she'll see it, right? I don't know if she'll want to be disturbed, but head on over and we'll set up. Tell me about what kind of room do you want? What services are you looking for? And then hopefully she'll be able to join you by the time you get here. How long? You said 45 minutes?
About 45 minutes, yeah.
Okay. Well, I really want to help you put this together. So,
Right. So we'll discuss the details. We don't have to get into the nitty-gritty.
But you give her like a laundry list of
Right.
things to sort of flesh out the notion of this.
Notion of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't mean to put that emphasis on, but like...
I was like, what accoutrement do you want?
No, I just like... Sorry, I like... My brain fled to like the next thing that I was going to ask
It's all
you.
good.
Can you just roll social for me?
Yeah. Seven.
Is it a flat or is it because you're social?
No, that's 7. Yeah.
This is my social. I get to roll with advantage.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you have that conversation. And so you can hear this whole thing being set up. All right. Cece, what's you're just prepping this file?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have you roll a
hacking.
computers. I think.
Do we have
Wait a minute.
computers?
You don't have electronics.
I have engineering.
We need somebody with electronics to do
Okay.
this.
I have electronics.
Max
have
Ego's
electronics.
secret nerd.
Yeah, you're on the phone, but
Yeah.
Satch, you could probably, your conversation wasn't very long, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Cece, if you two want to work together.
Yeah.
So Satch, why don't you roll, and then Cece might be able to help if she needs to.
Okay.
maybe help won't be flat. Maybe it'll be based on how you're helping. Right? Like if you're helping with a physical task, you would roll your physical.
8.
Okay.
Oh, 9. I'm sorry, with electronics.
Okay. So, Cece, if you want to, there is room to help.
Okay, so
That's mental.
so I would roll with my advantage die,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. Now I roll well. 11.
Oh, great. Okay. So you get a +1, and let's both of you get an XP, I guess?
Okay.
That's sure. Oh, yeah. We should probably do XP for your flubbed rolls.
I've been marking.
I
been
haven't,
marking.
Okay.
but I do write down when I flub them.
Yeah, I mean, you've had at least 2 failed rolls
Yes,
tonight.
yes, I have.
Okay, so take XP for that.
Cool.
So you want to encrypt file with another encrypted file?
Like a Russian doll. Let's nest egg it. Yeah.
Matryoshka, yeah.
So good. Okay. Yeah, the two of you put this. Now, what does this like sci-fi memory device look like?
It's just a USB drive. No.
It's a USB drive with a blinky LED on it.
The department has taken a microchip and put it on a USB drive and added an LED at the end.
It's a USB W format.
It's definitely not a lady's Gillette that we've painted silver.
No, not at all.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that was Star Wars. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, the communicators.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Just a
it
lady's
was
Gillette.
so obvious. Even like if you'd seen the commercial for a lady's Gillette ever, and then watched it, it was
it up now.
it was
Oh
glaring.
boy. Okay, that's amazing.
Anyway,
So,
but I'm also a fan of that. I love looking for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking something like just like a really tiny little thing in a plastic case, like almost like a floppy disk, but tinier.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
What if they're like little jewels, like they're artificial diamonds or
Crystals.
artificial
Yeah.
crystals or gems,
Yeah.
and it's using like that image processing. Does that work for the?
Yeah,
yeah.
I like
The
that.
world?
I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's super subtle. Sorry, I'm looking at it now.
And while I'm talking to him, okay, and you know how there's like the baby doll inside? And I just show him on the computer, I go, the baby doll's doing this.
Yeah. Flipping off the camera. Yeah.
Or just I say doing this and it's something so vulgar I couldn't even say
Right.
it on stream.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's good. I like that better.
That is disgusting.
Yes, I love that.
I love it.
That Satch is offended. Like, oh my god. Yes, leave it in.
And Satch and I are sitting there.
Some of us are on the phone. Thank you.
So anyway, we're going to need at least an 18-inch... Wait, what? Okay. So, yeah, the 4 of you have arranged some things. How are we going to carry this off? Oh, within about 15 minutes, so at the half-hour to go mark, only 2 people show up.
Fair enough.
And they're, he said, sending over guys. There's actually 2 women show up in very like dock worker clothes, right? They're not like badass Matrix people, you
Right.
know, like it's not Shadowrun,
Right.
but they're in, dock worker coveralls that very quickly become like a ad hoc vac suit, where you just like flip a hood over and it seals and. But yeah, they're the equivalent of these like tan like Carhartt vac suit
Right.
with
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah.
Some more of a shadow walk.
Yeah.
I don't know why that made me laugh so
Yeah.
hard. Backsuit by Carhartt makes me giggle way too much.
But yeah, they show up. They have laser pistols and a stern attitude. So
Do you do name or is this a no name?
I don't think we need to do that.
Fair enough. Okay. We do not know exact response. We know they have arms. We have one person who is our primary, who we're trying to take out.
Take out?
No,
No. I'm sorry.
remove from the
bring with.
situation.
Bring with.
Oh, okay, because
Rescue.
hits charge at a different rate.
Of
so
course. No, I understand. Is
rescue.
yes, rescue.
I see.
We have one to rescue. Her name is Signy. I only give names so that in case you are asking and need to find, this is the person you need.
The look on her face is like, I know a Signy.
I'm like, wait, how
She's like,
popular is
"That's
she?
all
Because
know
they're all like,
Signy."
oh. Follow up. Where are we going once we rescue Signy? We have not thought this far ahead, have we?
I am working on getting two.
Figure it out.
Can you bring her to the church?
Actually, it's a great idea.
The church would probably not be super thrilled about that.
Well, okay, we're gonna like lose them and then maybe hide her at the church.
Yeah, I think coming in hot,
Yeah,
it's not going to be appreciated at all.
Yeah, so we.
It's not like a sanctuary
Which we could.
Not with
cathedral.
that attitude.
No, with that attitude.
Perhaps we come back in disguise and put on ship. Put on Gopher Brook. Is under quarantine. Is under guard.
With that Rise University person wandering around.
But there is just one rise.
And put her,
I can
put her in
punch
some
a nerd,
coveralls.
That's fine.
Put her in some coveralls. Put her in a vac suit.
Hide her on the ship. Well,
Yeah.
on the go for broke. No one would think to look there.
But I thought your whole deal with the Marquis was that they all knew each other. So they wouldn't be like, hi, I'm new.
Tell the Marquis it's for Signy. That might work.
It may work. But perhaps we think of that because I think we are.
You're under half an
We're
hour now.
desperately
Wasting
running out of time.
So talk. I pilot. We go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think we're headed out.
You're gonna at this point with this time frame, you're gonna need to grab one of those like borrow cars.
Okay.
Because
I know how to-
one, you probably don't want to drift to take you to a crime. But there are the the evolution of those electric scooters. There's like a little 3-wheeler, with a dome on it that is sealed, right? It's like atmosphere sealed. But yeah, it's a little like 3-wheeler, like you can fit 2 people in it, and
We're getting in that thing.
I said, I don't have a
braver than I
car,
thought.
apparently. I forgot about that.
Well, most people don't own a car.
Yeah, no,
on the you take transit or whatever, but you need more direct and
Yeah. And also, crime.
yeah.
Do you... Are you coming with me, or are you staying?
I thought you two were going together.
I don't like how Max reacts in a fight.
Well, to maintain
Full
the
offense.
cover, I should probably be at the Guild of Descent for this event that I'm throwing, apparently.
Right.
Alright, well, you have to come with me, don't you?
I guess I do, don't I?
Do you own a protect suit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not stupid.
It's just not here.
We don't have time to get
Just
a
not
protect
wearing
suit,
it.
do we?
Are you wearing it? What are the chances that you went to Satch's in a protect suit?
See, it's more likely for
I
me to
don't think
wear
it's
it
in. I
regularly.
don't think I'm in a protect suit, but I think he does wear a Diplo vest.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the armor on that?
I don't know. I can find it.
Okay.
Irsa in a protect suit makes sense, just as random as her.
Yeah, I would
uniform.
assume that's like a really normal thing for her. I think protect suits are not like super comfortable, and
Yeah.
Max's tendency towards comfort might.
What?
You could disagree if you want.
No, I'm
we
I
could
agree.
even do a roll about it
no, I Diplo vest makes more
because
sense.
I know you own a protect suit,
Absolutely, but yeah,
but we're going to
he owns a vac
Satch's.
suit as well, and it lives in my closet.
Right.
That armor is +3.
okay.
For Diplo.
Diplo vest.
Well, now it's 1.5.
1.5.
Cool. Round up.
No, it's 1.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely don't breathe. I'll put it to you that way.
Would you look up? I think it's the clothing armor. I'm sorry, I meant
The protect suit?
No, not the
No, the
protection. There's
underwear.
something called like
Yeah, the cloth armor.
cloth armor. Because I was using that to represent the flight suit that Satch wears.
I think there's a flight suit in there.
There's a ballistic vest. Oh, cloth armor is listed based on tech level.
11.
Then it would be +8, so +4.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, that's nice.
You know,
It
I might
looks
just
like
go.
armor.
Actually, I might just go with the full. Because I've got the boarding vac suit. Why not?
Oh, yeah, if you're going to be piloting your ship, yeah. Just
And
wear
then
that.
So am I
yeah.
going with Satch?
I think so.
Yeah, so I'll be in a vac suit too.
Okay. Just the regular vac suit.
Yeah.
Well, someone needs to catch her on the way. Like, I guess the idea is, as we're all negotiating, she sneaks out the back.
I
Oh, I
don't know
thought
that we've
this-
planned that far ahead.
I thought it was distract up front and
Yeah, I
invade.
Other than that was make a lot of noise so the bystanders don't know what's going on, and then y'all do what's going to happen in that room, and then I just have a great time.
I'm assuming this part of the conversation is you two in the trike.
Yeah.
Where do you want your gunners to these two people from the Marquis to go? Do they go in the front?
I was thinking that they would come in the back, like that we were going to have a whole big surprise.
Okay.
Through the balcony.
Right.
So are you taking your flyer up there?
No, I think I need more space.
Okay, so you're taking the Brosnia,
I think so. Yeah.
the second most famous ship on the station.
Fuck. Can you borrow one from the Marquis?
I think I have used credit already.
Can I borrow one from the
In
Marquis?
15 minutes, I do not think we find shit.
Yeah. It would take 15 minutes to haggle.
We take the Brosnia then. That's all we can do.
And we make it.
I mean-
advertisement.
Whoever's holding Signy knows who
Yeah.
you are, so it's really a question of like whoever else sees this happen that's the concern.
Yeah.
So
So we get in, put everyone else down, and then leave? Is that
In
the
for
new
penny,
plan?
in for ruble.
Okay.
Oh my god. This is the worst plan ever.
It's not, we had 15 minutes to come up with 15 more minutes to figure it out, get there and go and execute. I think under the circumstances, I think we're doing real well.
I can't wait to see what happens when we roll.
So you guys have the crystal, correct?
Yes.
It's a crystal.
Yes.
It's a crystal.
yeah,
Sure.
the data crystal.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that
Yeah.
Yrsa has the data crystal.
Okay. And then
Excellent.
you two and the two hired guns are going in the Brosnia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna go in. We're gonna put everyone down. We're gonna retrieve Signy and leave. Correct?
This is my understanding.
Yeah, we're all okay with this. Not okay, but we all understand what the plan is.
Yeah, I understand my part of the plan.
He has party downstairs. He
And
understands.
you have a party downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
A very loud party.
Are you texting any of your like hanger-on level of
Oh,
friends?
totally.
Okay.
It's gonna be a whole event.
Okay.
I have a better plan.
Well,
Oh
Is-
God!
is-
I know.
is
Wait,
little
no.
babe.
Okay, everything remains the
I
same
looked
except
at my
instead
watch
of
like it means anything.
and this is us like driving like right outside. Everything remains the same, but instead of running Signy all the way back to the Go for Broke, change her clothes and hire it in Max's party.
You don't think the people who she works with are gonna recognize her?
Okay, never mind.
okay. So,
Make it a eyes wide shut situation.
Yrsa, I'm going to need you to make a drive check as you go speeding through the city
This feels
in this very tight timetable with the safety of your very good friend on the line.
This
feels like a personal
feels
attack.
like a personal attack on so many levels. Like, this feels pointed. That's the one I was like, should I take drive? Nah, you're not gonna need drive.
I did not say that to you.
You did not say that to me, but you said I could not reallocate the skills to
Correct. Yeah.
Well, it's an 11.
Yay!
And
Well,
it's
minus
a
1 for being untrained.
But it is also a physical,
Yeah.
which gives me a +2, right?
No. That
There's
it
no
just
plus?
means you roll with advantage.
Boo. Okay. Well,
Did you roll
It's
with
a-
advantage?
I did not.
Yeah, so roll your third die in case it's boxed.
Hey!
It's a 12.
Okay.
Yay!
Well, yeah, minus 1 for being untrained.
11.
Now it is an 11.
Yeah.
I love
But
averages.
that is outstanding.
Good.
You go racing through the streets. Fortunately, there are not a lot of people just milling around outdoors, right? That's like when people step out from building to building, they're hustling, they're doing something. They're like, people aren't just hanging around outside. I think the tricky part is at some point you have to make the decision between, there's like a couple big loaders, and then there's a part where you can drive down, and there's a like auto airlock thing for vehicles to go into the like walking market. Mm-hmm. We'll call it the night market.
Yeah.
'Cause
I love a good bazaar.
yeah, but you have to drive down there.
That's why we're friends.
And,
Have a
like,
good bazaar.
You have to like skid, wait for the airlock to cycle, and then go whizzing through the bazaar. And now there actually are people like jumping out of your way and cussing at you, and some people go like, "Is that Ursa?" And I imagine you're like,
Oh, God.
yeah.
The fame has not helped us.
No, he's
Yeah.
do this.
Is that Trey Butch?
Oh my god.
So I think these little scooter cars are called comets.
Comet?
This little
Comets.
comet rocketing through.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the brand, not
Yeah.
Bird or Lime or
Comet
Blue
cars.
Car or whatever.
Yeah.
Comet cars.
Comet cars. Okay. Never read the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad I got rid of I used my 3 6s now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the perfect timing for this.
It's
I mean,
exactly-
actually, if you had not done well on driving, the timing would have been even tighter. So,
True.
yeah, the two of you get to the
He
building.
did every rhythm.
Yeah,
Everyone went the whole way.
yeah. But you actually have a moment of like that, like when you head down into the night market. There's like a big loader thing over here and another thing like sliding into place, and you're like, go between them, and then you drive down into the night market.
Two guys who are walking back and forth across an alley with a painted
Yeah.
glass.
Yeah,
But you time it right when they get to one side.
yeah,
I keep thinking about, the new Oldsmobiles are in
yeah.
from the Blues Brothers.
So yeah, you make it to the church on time, and you pile out. Max, there's a bunch of your friends waiting around outside, like,
All right, well, let's go. First drinks on me.
or not outside, but
No.
like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I assume that there are some, like we've established, all of these places are sometimes built from these large ships that have
Yeah.
been repurposed. So there is like a DS9 style mall situation.
Yeah, there are like lobbies and
yeah.
things like that, but they're all enclosed ultimately. So like the night market, that you have to dive down into like
Yeah.
the material of the ring, and yeah. So
I want to hang out there more.
let's get underway with the Brosnia,
Okay.
and then I think we're probably. We're nearing our end time to roll credits tonight.
Do
course
you
we
want
are.
to just like do setup and then we'll cliffhang the?
Well, let's roll for your piloting.
Really blades in the dark.
I was going to say, it's feeling very Blades in the Darky now.
Well, we've got some ability to, but so far the flashbacks you all have offered me are, here's what I forgot on the ship. I'm like,
That's true.
okay.
Cut to the ominous shot of us.
12. I'm very good at this.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay. So yeah,
one-handed.
the ship lifts off. The hired guns.
Champagne in the other.
The hired guns are, like strapped into the side seats. One of them's asleep, like just completely nodded off.
Right.
And
For her, it is Tuesday.
yeah, like in
Yeah.
the spirit of like, I think that's the Michelle Rodriguez character, and I don't know what how about the guy who plays Trinity.
Carrie-Anne Moss.
Carrie-Anne Moss, yeah. We get a Carrie-Anne Moss and a Michelle Rodriguez as hired guns.
I want
So
to replace my party with them, please.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Fine.
Oh, Max is hurt. Max will remember this.
Maybe they'll roll better.
Ooh.
They who have failed 3 rolls should not throw stones.
I know.
Yeah, because they'll probably miss.
They who've rolled 3 fails should not roll bones.
Ah,
There it is.
There we go.
Bless.
Make no bones about it. Let's, okay, so you take off in the Brosnia. The Brosnia is able to, you arc over and around most of the ring. You come around at an acceptable approach vector. Plenty of people bring private ships to, upper deck levels and,
Right. Every quarter has some docking facilities.
Right.
And
normally
fancy
they're
towers.
like limo, high class transports, but
Are you saying the Brosnia is in a high class transport?
no, it's the milk truck.
Brosnia is beautiful.
I think we established it's a bit of a box.
What are you talking about? This beautiful ship.
It's
Okay.
There's a bodyguard.
Yeah. All right. So you pilot your cardboard box into the apartment. I think was the plan, right? Pilot into the apartment.
Next
To the balcony, at the end of the balcony.
Just
Okay.
out of the way so they don't see the form of the box truck right next to the
I'm just picturing them looking out the balcony and you see this
Yeah.
ship just descending.
Yep. That's what floor is this? We're it's a delivery.
Not numbered on the outside.
counting floors on the
They actually super are.
It's like look for the potted plant.
Yeah. No, it's super easy to find which one you're going to.
Is Space Amazon delivery?
Space is on. Okay. So
I didn't even have my mic on for the whole
what'd you say?
Hit it again. Say it.
Yep.
What's the line again, please?
I called it Spazos.
Spaceos.
That's good. That's good.
I'm so sad.
Yeah. Except all their ships look like dicks. So, so we know it's not that. Okay. If your dick looks like a shoebox, please see a doctor.
Public service announcement.
I wasn't going to say it, and then it just flew out of my mouth. The more you don't.
Oh, Lord.
So, for parking the ship, this feels like a bigger deal. Getting here was easy.
Can I gauge like autopilot and have it just hover there outside the balcony while we go do the thing?
Yeah, you don't want to try to attach your airlock or anything. You don't need it because there is an internal little phone booth airlock, so somebody could step out on the balcony if they want.
Right.
But if you attach your
Like a bigger thing over
Yeah,
that,
you
then
just,
we can just pop the
put
door
it over
open and
that.
don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
like when you put the mask over someone to do CPR.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So for that, let's go ahead and do. I don't feel like pilot's the right one for this. Guns.
Vac suit? Guns? All right.
No.
I'll fire my my airlock at the ship at the building.
Let's do surspatial survival.
Okay.
It's like, well, that's a word.
Jason, do you smell toast?
I need you to lift both hands up, big guy. Smile, please.
Fucking love toast.
7, 8.
Okay. You deploy the collar and you get a little bit of a gantry because there's gravity here, right? But yeah, you've got the thruster set just right, and you attach this, and your gunners kind of just unhook from their harnesses and are ready to go. They don't even expect you to go with them. They're just waiting by the door, looking at you
Say when.
Right, so I'm waiting for the signal.
Which I guess we have comms on for this.
Okay.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah, I think we have an encrypted channel.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you two head into the lobby. We'll just rewind a few seconds here.
Sure.
The way you do in a heist film.
Yep. You head into the lobby. Max enters the lobby.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of people are there waiting for you. They're so excited. Oh my god, Max.
Big fanfare.
Right.
I feel
Because
like
can.
Very that moment.
the
Yeah.
Guild of Descent is sort of like. Have you seen the Sabrina, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Mm-hmm.
It has that like. If you look at like the court of hell, but everything is like is just covered in gold.
Oh yes.
It's real opulent and real like weirdly.
It is gilded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real opulent.
Opulence. They own everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. You head in. Ingvar herself comes out to greet you. She is like, I'm picturing like a very like 6'4", blonde, solidly built woman. Does this work?
Carry that.
It's working.
Okay.
I picture her greeting him with the little.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. She's absolutely like proper and dainty is the wrong. What's the word I want? Like
Genteel.
genteel. Thank you. That's exactly
Max,
the word.
darling, thank you for
Yeah.
gracing us with your
How tall is
presence.
Max is like 5'10".
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, it doesn't matter
Like a
how
6 foot?
tall a
Yeah.
person is, like she still somehow has to bend down.
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but she looks like she should have the thickest Norwegian accent
Yes.
ever, but just is much more like almost a British accent of like so proper and whatever. But she greets you and your friends, and your room is ready right through here. We have a whole plan for you, and
Sounds fantastic. And Signy.
so you can see like she was pointedly never going to mention it. She says, right, I'm so sorry. She has not she's not able to break away from her current engagement right now, and
Well, this is preposterous. Who is this current engagement with? I'm sure I can strike some kind of deal with them.
Okay, so first, earlier today you asked me what the
The insight
roll.
was.
I think that's negotiate.
Okay.
Because
Going super Karen.
first, I think the first thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you've triggered this move of, are you lying to me? Right? Because you wanted to know if she was in on it or if the fates were, like,
Right.
is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm trying to basically. My whole point was hopefully to get information as far as who she's with, so we know who's behind the threat.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, if.
So then step one is a negotiate roll.
Okay.
Where did you learn to negotiate like that?
Thank God. That's a 10.
Yes, okay. So you can tell this is entirely, well, one, she's placating you, right?
Sure.
And that is mostly an act, but you're also...
You can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Right. But she does not, she's not hiding the fact that Signy is a hostage. Like, she thinks Signy's busy and is not aware. Like, there's no way that she's hiding that.
Okay.
You see right through her on that regard.
Okay.
Now, if you want her to actually, like, break a contract and contact a client, we're going to have to do persuade.
Okay. That's a 9.
Okay. Okay, yeah. She says, okay, well, just walk with me for a moment, please.
Of course.
And,
you all
yeah.
continue what you're doing. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, so your entourage goes on
I
ahead.
do know I'm like behind you still, right?
I assumed you were going to go do your thing.
Oh, do I have time?
Well, there's not much time left. Like, if you stick with him, you're going to run out of time.
Okay, I'll start heading up to the room, to the suite. Can you keep your comm on?
Yeah.
Well, actually, so here's the thing. When you get in there, a lot of your, like, recording stuff is getting white noised. So you two, your comms are, like, you can't even hear each other. And I think you have a moment, like, as you're pulling up, you're like, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to be cut off.
Yeah.
Right? And you're getting just the edge of that white noise cloud, but it's not bad, right?
Yeah.
It's just it seems like a little bit of static, and is there like a humming in the static?
That's a
No.
reference. I'm not getting it. And if it's just
No.
effing with us, then
No nanny bots.
Bad
nanny
GM.
bots.
Bad.
Bad.
You're going to get the newspaper.
It was just your imagination.
okay.
Yeah.
I will fight them with my mind if needed.
Yeah.
I have done before.
But I think all four of you hear the fuzzing out, right? Like, particularly as you two disconnect and as you two get close and dock, you hear that moment, and it at least, like, the chill up the back, up the spine of... Because it's the exact same, pitch of fuzz that you're hearing. But that's fine. That was a week ago. I'm sure we're all fine and recovered and.
Yeah, I'm not actively crying, which means obviously I'm okay.
Yep.
Max sitting down his martini. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So, Ingvar pulls you aside and says, I would never interrupt a client while they're doing business with us.
Sure.
And I know that my clients appreciate that level of discretion. And she like goes to take your hand to have this sort of like intimate, like, I'm sure you understand what I mean. And then you feel something press into your palm, and it's a tiny little data crystal, and on it is just a single contact, and it's a phone number. Well, a phone number, but it's so you'd have to hook into one of the like landline screens here to call, but
Yeah. I appreciate your discretion and completely understand. I will go see to my guests and let you know if we need anything else.
Thank you. I'm sure you will enjoy yourself. Let us know if there's anything we can provide.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, before we go to credits, I have to get Yrsa up the elevator, down the hall,
So another 20 minutes of game, got it.
and you're outside the door.
Cool.
What do you do?
I do not have contact with anyone, do I?
Well, actually, I think once you're at that door, you're getting fuzzy contact with them because they're just on the other side of the apartment.
Excellent.
And the main like white noise generator is in the lobby lower floors.
Yeah.
That's the big part of it.
I mean, beyond the crack of knuckles and like quick prayer, like quick, centering Church of the Eye thing. Sorry, I have a lot of fantasy churches in my head right now.
Sure.
It's like there's nothing else I can do. I have a body pistol, which specifically doesn't get tracked by. It's plastic basically, so it doesn't get tracked by all that.
Okay.
Can't bring in knuckle blasters. Assuming
it'd be really
everyone else is armed on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing I can do is go in and make everything work to my advantage.
Okay.
So.
Do you knock?
I think I do. I think it's still
Okay.
like they know I'm here, etc. Like,
Cool.
we planned this.
Yeah, I think it's knock, 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 and then do, and then
Yeah.
the credits roll, and
with a musical score that lines up with what just happened.
Yes.
And sets the stage.
Perfect.
It's like the music, the soundtrack is just getting louder and louder. It's some like pop song, "Glitter and Gold" by.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll look it up later. But yeah, as as the knock, it gets to black, and that's
okay,
the song for the
Glitter and
credits.
Gold. Cool. I'll look that up. But that's it for us tonight. So thank you everyone for joining us to watch live or later. Your only two options to watch the show. This is Happy Jacks RPG. You can go to happyjacks.org/shows or /the drop to see past episodes of what we've been doing and past episodes of everything we've ever done at Happy Jacks. There's a lot because we're a lot. But let's say goodbye to our players. We'll start at this end.
Hi, I am Clara. I am all over the internet. Is clearly. My mic is not on. Hi, I'm Clara. I'm all over the internet. Is clearly _golden, as it says on that Chiron. You can. The best way to figure out what the heck I'm doing at any given time is by following me on Twitter most of the time I remember to tweet that out. On Sundays, I'm over on It's Probably OK's channel, where we are playing Demigods, Media Storm, where I am playing Stella Hart, former child star, current genuine horrible mess of a person, also Party Oracle. And then I'm here every week, Mondays on the drop, and then every third Thursday, oh my god, I don't remember, I think it's next Thursday, I will be over on life.action.roleplay's channel, Twitch channel, where we are playing a LARP sitcom is what we've started calling it, called Purgatory Cafe, which is a spin-off of Boardroom Armageddon, where my angel who's doing her best tried to stop the apocalypse, didn't work, tried to save humanity, didn't work, she's just gonna save Josh, one fuckboy. That's it. That's the goal.
I feel like you should be allowed one.
I need a win so bad. Just one win.
I feel that.
Just a win. It's not going well.
All right, Joey, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, I have nothing to say for myself. I can't explain myself at all, but I'll try. Hey, I'm Joey, and you can catch me on all the socials at Feywild85, FEYWILDE85. You can catch me also every Sunday on It's Probably OK's channel playing Demigods Media Storm, where I play literally the exact opposite of this character. I am the wet blanket. I am the stick in the mud. I am the walrus.
The unfuck boy.
The unfuck boy. Oh, apparently the fuckboy magnet, it seems.
Yes.
I have
But
to
that's-
watch the episode, don't I?
That's the vibe of the unfuck boy, is to all the fuckboys want them.
There it is. But yeah, this is what I'm doing, this and that, and a lot of caroling coming soon. So much caroling.
You choose that life.
It's good money.
Now,
Yeah,
what's
yeah, I've done it
demigods?
before.
You know, when I find out, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, Nick.
Hey everyone, I am Nick. You can catch me on Twitter at Sungrowler, just like it says on the Chiron right here. This is currently my only show, but I'm having a great time, and I hope that you all are too. I also just want to put in a quick plug. We will be replaying the video intro at the end of the show. If you like it, if you think it's great, go ahead and take a look at Bill Roper. Forgot his name.
At Bill freaking Roper.
Bill freaking Roper. If you get the reference, right on, good for you too. But he is making videos for your show, and it can really help elevate the experience. We think they're awesome.
Yep.
All right. I'm Michelle Otis, and you can find me on Twitter at Mishulu. You can also listen to me on a fabulous podcast I'm on called 12-Sided Stories. We have loads of stories, different systems, different story arcs, characters, different accents, some more successful than others. And
Oh, no.
and we have a blast though. So give us a listen.
All right. All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. Thank you, everyone. We will see you on Monday. Bye.
Bye.